All right. So, again, speak a little louder because my head cold. Where we left off, last time we played, you guys escorted Akita and her mate Vrusk back to their home, the mounds of Draftrishk. There you killed some gnolls that were stationed there to pick up any straggling lizard folk and bring them back to what the lizard folk referred to as the Fallen Stones, which was an old, millennia old dwarven fortress in the Gulveg Highlands. Vrusk volunteered to show you guys into the hills and show you where this place was, where they believed that the gnolls were holed up and where they took most of their people. So it took you, I think, what was it, wasn't it like 5 hours to climb up into the foothills? Yeah. And it was a completely different terrain than what you'd been experiencing in the Blightmoor, which makes the Blightmoor all the more unusual. Obviously afflicted with some sort of magical blight, hence its name. The Gulveg Highlands are extremely dry, rocky hills, very little in the way of vegetation, lots of tall canyons that you had to walk through. You encountered a patrol of gnolls that I don't even think got off an attack by the time you had massacred them, or maybe they did, they just missed a whole bunch.
Nothing got off the attack last time.
You successfully stealthed up to them and just massacred them, scattering the pack of hyenas that they had been escorting back to the Fallen Stones for what you suspect is the fang of Yinogu to turn into more gnolls, using the lizard folk as food. When you arrived at the fort, you found it as a stone fortress, clearly dwarven in make. It's at the top of a rocky rise that kind of dominates the area, and there was really only one easily accessible approach, and that was a ramp that runs right up to the front gatehouse of the fort. The rest of the areas were blocked by sheer cliffs. Although one side presented enough handholds that you decided that you were going to attempt to climb up. And when doing so, you ended up on the front facing of the fort, but behind some scrub and boulders, and you noticed inside of the gatehouse of the fortress a couple gnolls. They were sitting there eating some sort of meat, and beyond them you could see hyenas and what could be dozens of gnolls in the courtyard, a large bonfire burning. You had contemplated that frontal assault, but quickly thought the better of it. Swinging around to the side, you began scouting the front and back when you found this entrance in the back. And there was a gnoll who was beating a small lizard folk who you helped out of the predicament. And her, yes, right. You very stealthily took out that gnoll. And the lizard folk, who Vrusk is standing next to right now, and her name is Sras. And she told you that the leader of the gnolls is down that set of stairs in that room, and that her people keep being taken down there and she never sees them again. And the rest of their people are being held down this hallway. So, down this hallway, when you took a listen, there was a lot of barking, and you could hear cackling and barking of hyenas, just maybe dozens of them. In this room, there was a large number of gnolls sifting through loot. That first room, where you see the lizard folk prone, that's where the elders were being kept. And the room right here, where the heroes are standing now, where we left off, was a guard room. And then one more room over was where the knoll with the whip was. The really old knoll with mange and deaf and blind in one eye was cracking his whip and torturing the small lizard folk that were in there. And then the final room is where all the lizard folk warriors were bound and tied and so forth.
Thank God we snuck up on that definitely.
You guys successfully positioned yourself so that you were able to strike all three rooms simultaneously. Josh, Hagmar, fireballed this room, took out everything basically, with the exception of maybe one or two. But, Scott and my brain's gone dead. I need to start calling you by your character names. That's right. Bordaz. You guys rushed in and finished off what was left. Over here, you guys took out this guard room in the Death Knoll. So let me quick make a list here of everyone. We got Gordaz. We got Snog. The two dwarves. Hagmar. Antis, which is Scott. Malhavoc. Which is Bill. Bowden. John. Mitch. Which is Byron. Alright. And then we have Vrusk, who's today being played by Alex.
Don't let me die. He's got a wife and a budding family.
A clutch of eggs. With
I
his.
just came to surrender.
Just came to surrender. That's good of you.
I brought them. Okay, bye.
And don't forget, we want to take 3 gnolls back with us
Yes.
to exchange for the lizard folk. Was it 2?
So
It's
the
3,
question
right?
is did
All of them.
did Josh's fireball, did Hagmar's fireball alert the rest of the gnolls?
No, I thought fireballs were silent.
Silent but deadly, Josh.
You're thinking of poison cloud.
You know, you're setting your hands on fire too.
So it took you just, I think, like 2 rounds, maybe tops, maybe 3, but 2, basically 12 seconds to wipe out all those gnolls. You guys went in there and it was a perfect surgical strike. But unfortunately, you hear a horn sound outside, and gnolls begin to shout and scream following the fireball.
Completely unrelated.
Should we release
It's
the
true.
lizard
Probably
warriors?
seeing some fools come up the ramp.
So
It's
now
just
you
real
have to
time,
ask
so it's
yourself.
forever to go to that hall.
Now you have to ask yourself, what do you
Fire
do?
5 or 6 shots.
Release lizard warriors?
Well, each one is individually bound.
We were in the process of cutting them loose, though.
In that room, yes.
Fireball's gonna take care of the ropes.
There were 4 young lizard folk in that room that were being held with the elders.
Well, if we could release some of them, they can release the others.
Was this
That's not passable.
not passable? Okay.
Can we see through it? Or
No, it's even the roof is collapsed down in that spot. So what I want to do, I am going to give you guys 10 seconds to get your heads together, starting now.
You gotta
Did
build
the
a
horn
wall.
come from above
Funnel.
ground or the basement?
Above ground.
and this is the courtyard here, right?
Yep.
The only entrance is that in that hallway.
Right there.
Let's
So we need to get somebody.
All right, roll initiative.
funnel.
Gordaz. You say 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I can't hear very well.
My bad.
Snug.
21.
No. Hagmar?
20.
Huh. Antis?
4.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Malhavoc?
That's your usual spot.
They're using
7?
critical dice.
Bowden?
15.
Mitch?
14.
And Vrust?
18.
Not bad. So the monsters.
You know, it must be that chair.
So far, Critical Dice has given me a natural 20 for their listen check out in the
Titan.
courtyard.
Good
See, you
talking
find the
to.
magnets.
Yeah. Let's see what it does this time.
Hey, you want to talk to Mike?
Initiative. Monsters get an 18. The talking to worked. Oh yes, Critical Dice are back.
See if you waited them.
Well, they are clear. There's no bubbles in there or anything. Oh, my apologies. Alright, so they got a 19. The monsters got a 19. So, you guys know that the leader is downstairs. But you also know that, well, you only know of one other entrance. Of course, you haven't explored down here yet into this area. So first up, needing to make a decision is Snog, who is in there next to Bowden and Mitch, in with the captives.
I'm gonna move up to that first opening right there.
Okay,
And
so
as I
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I say form a barrier here. And let's make a choke point here and get ready to accept the enemy. Stand our ground.
Hagmar, what do you do?
Wish grease was ready. So I can just grease the floor.
Find what you actually gonna start seeing on there.
How long does it take to do the sacrifice? Do you know?
All the Fang and Yogu only needs to kill the creature, and then hyenas just need to eat of the creature it kills, and that's enough.
So it's not a ritual.
Did the state change to
No
know that?
elaborate.
Well, that would be a Arcana check.
That's dark.
There's no ritual involved. It's just the death of the creature.
15. Tales are that some people say that it could be a matter of seconds, others minutes, but not very long.
So it's not days.
Right.
So
Keep more shoes covered up.
She likes to play tug of war too.
This one's pretty safe.
The black bean burrito.
I'm just gonna ready a shatter.
You're ready to cast Shatter. Like under what circumstance? You see one, see many.
Can I see the player's handbook?
Sure. You got one there,
When
Myron?
he sees the player's handbook.
It goes off.
Or see somebody made glass.
I thought isn't Divine Smite go off after you hit?
Shatter.
Yeah, you can declare after you
It's
hit.
just, it's a
10
10
hit
hit radius
radius
sphere.
sphere.
And I hadn't declared use it.
No, it's after you hit. When you hit, you cast Divine Smite.
When I see
So you can
4.
report at 20.
Huh?
When I see 4.
4. So you're gonna say,
Same with sneak
if I see 4 or more, I'm going for it, right? Okay.
Yes, because it's a 10-foot radius, so would it go 10, 10?
Well, it's pick a cross, and it goes 10 feet in every direction.
That's
Alright, after Hagmar, it's the monsters. So you guys hear an enormous clamor outside. And Does anyone speak Knoll?
I will soon.
Yeah.
You're my next favorite enemy.
They're kind of dickish.
And we've been dealing with them so much. I'm like, oh, might as well.
And no one can speak any other language.
They speak Knoll. Yep.
The only one true language.
What, Knoll?
No, Dwarvish.
Are you sure you're on
Actually, I have about half of them in my travel case for the other game. So, no. No.
It's not like there's
Are they technically animals?
No, they're not animals. They're probably closer to fiends than beasts, if you want to make it technical. So this guy runs around the corner. He doesn't have a weapon in his hands. And he begins just shouting in Knoll.
What's the range of the hand axe?
30 feet.
And then Vrusk, you are up.
36 too.
So you've escorted Strass outside. She's beaten up, but she's okay. She's stable. You can come into the room if you wish. And he's got a 30-foot movement.
How do you get in?
Yeah, through there. The other one with the big club. Is that as far as you can go a lot further? You could make it all the way up right next to the dwarf if you wanted.
Oh.
Okay.
Hide behind that corner when they pop out and you keep crap.
Yeah.
She's wielding a gigantic stone club.
When they come around, she's just looking over the head.
Yep.
All
Okay.
the room in, you whack them.
Yep.
Is Jeff going shooting today? I've been getting texts all day from him.
Why?
Alright, whatever.
Does he have like a personal range inside his house?
Don't tempt him. He's digging a trench in the backyard and installing one.
Alright, Bowden.
I'm going to move out of the room and stand up next to my dwarven companion there. Yeah. I think I can get there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you dash, you can get
Though if he did, I'd
there. Get out of this. Mitch Bean.
Yay. I will slash the hand binds on the one in front of me.
Okay. It's a very young lizard folk, maybe 14 years old.
Cut him.
Okay. He gets up, holding his side. You know, they were all being beaten pretty badly. He sits up.
And I'll motion for him to do the rest of them, and I run out.
Okay. So he starts to fiddle with the bindings on his ally there.
Like there?
Up one. Yep.
Okay.
It's a good thing they don't have spellcasters, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Gordaz, I believe. Gordaz, you're standing there in plain as day. Well, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, so plain as day, you hear a shriek downstairs. Kind of a haughty laughter. And again, when you look at the stairs, remember they were covered in blood? And there was like a handprint on the wall of blood, like somebody had been drug out of there. And you can hear growling and what languages do you speak?
So they just come on the dwarf.
And you hear some sort of language. It's not Knoll. It's something else. Almost weakly whimpering.
And it's a spiral staircase?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's made of stone.
Well, I guess it's gonna have to wait when we have more friction issues here. That's why we can just.
Okay.
I'm gonna peek around the corner and touch the job.
Okay.
15.
15 hits him.
10 damage.
Ooh. That wasn't very nice.
Teaching has begun.
Alright. Mal Havoc.
I think I set the quickly free, right?
Not yet. Not according to my notes, at least. We talked about it at length, but not yet. Because you had said, well, we've got, because you guys killed 4 gnolls in that room, and then the deaf old gnoll. So you were like, well, we have 5 suits of armor and some weapons, and that's kind of where we left off. We talked about it.
But the old guy was beating 4 of them, right? And I sent them to that other room.
Well, the old guy was in this room,
Right.
attacking the women and children.
Right, and then after I killed him, I ushered them into that other room, right?
Right.
So
They could be trying to free their companions. Remember, all of them are in real bad shape. Remember, there were stones, like the gnolls had taken turns and just stoning them.
I'm gonna go make sure they're cutting them free. And
Well, you can look down the hall and you can see that they are.
then alright, I'll go a couple feet forward. Yeah. See the other guy and shoot him, I guess.
Yep, you can see over the dwarf.
For sure.
Pretty sure.
Natural 20.
Oh, no. Alright. He's already wounded. That means you get to double that other one, too. Your Colossus Slayer.
So 11 plus 1 is 16 plus 7 22 damage.
Alright. So the gnoll shrieks as he sees the arrow sailing in him, but it just cuts off the second the arrow buries in his skull. And he falls backwards. Limp.
Are you a ranged ranger or melee ranger?
Well, he was supposed to be melee, but my shooting skills were fascinating.
Yeah, you guys, the rangers kind of naturally tend to move that way regardless. Especially when you have a barbarian and a paladin in the group already.
I have a longbow plus 1, but my scimitar is a normal, so that's kind of like something.
You probably need these events to back it up too.
It's a 20.
Alright, I think we're at Antis, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you hear the same thing down the stairs. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Orcish, and Giant.
Okay. You can't understand the language, but you can tell something is pleading and crying out for help.
Does it sound like anything is coming up the stairs?
No.
And does it sound, can I hear around this way if more people coming, more gnolls coming?
There's a lot of racket.
Alright. I'm gonna back up here and I'm gonna cast second level Bless on Gordaz, Bowden, Snog, and Mitch.
Alright, everyone got that?
Plus is a D4.
Yeah.
To hit, yes. Is it also to fear saves?
Yeah, attack rolls and saving throws.
All save throws, nice.
Yeah.
That's a huge improvement
It is.
over the old days.
And it helps
Yeah,
keep
so-
itself up by helping your concentration save.
Yes. Okay. Back to the top. Snog.
Alright, I'll go forward,
I guess we should use these things, huh? It's all the bonus tokens. Bless. Who got bless?
Snog, Mitch, Bowden, Gordaz.
There's your reminder. Who else?
Mitch.
Here's another bless. Are you a bard or a cleric?
Bardic
Cleric.
inspiration. I've actually got some bards ones out there.
Bards don't get this.
I have 3 bless ones.
You gotta grab it through magical secret if you want
I got all these things for free. Might as well use them.
Free is the best price.
Free is an awesome price. From a place called Binding Time. All I had to do is say,
that. You got free
I
stuff.
used this paddle while I was in China. Whatever Forrest Gump said.
This episode brought to you by KFC.
Oh, there's also a little character tracker thing you could use in what do you call it, with a wet erase marker, track your hit points and stuff. So you know, tear up your character sheet. They have all kinds of cool stuff. There you go. See if there's anything else you can use in there.
That's what I've been doing too. Every time you level up, then you just rewrite the sheet, and then you got a pre-gen of every level.
I'm gonna move forward 10 feet.
Snog moves forward 10 feet. What do you do then?
Prepare myself for whatever's coming down that hallway.
Okay, so you just have your axe ready.
Yep.
Come on, you yell.
Bring it!
Did you guys in the room who heard, did you yell anything to us that there was noise coming, or so we don't know?
Didn't seem important, but it's fine.
All right.
On our floor.
Yeah, I've probably done the
Agmar, what do you got?
I'll do there, and I'll do the same thing I did last.
Okay. After Hagmar, we got the monsters. Say what?
They surrendered, right?
This is monsters do not surrender. But now you begin to hear the clank of metal, drawing swords, and fewer Knoll voices and more distinct individual shouting things in Knoll. But nothing comes through that door yet. However, coming up around this corner.
Didn't you have your spell to it now?
These 4 guys come up from this hallway right here and are around the corner. And Josh, your spell activates then. Well, those are the good ones.
They are the good
Shatter
ones.
Dead?
All the rest are good.
If you want to cast it, now's the
What
time.
was it? Like 2d8?
Is it Shatter 3d8? They need con saves.
DC.
Alright, where's the critical dice?
Come on.
DC
Oh.
15.
I was gonna say, if Jeff were here, I'd be looking over here, hiding them from me. First guy failed. Second guy failed. Third guy failed. Fourth guy failed. 14, not bad.
Were they made of glass?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Alright. But you could definitely hear some fewer distinct voices rallying the gnolls out in the courtyard. So Vrusk, what do you do?
I'm gonna. Can
And he also has javelins. I forgot to write down.
How many?
4 well, I think it's 4. Really. 4 javelins. They're 1d6 plus a strength damage, plus 5 to hit.
Throws it in the man. Put back his hand. That's all.
Sure, we're
I'm
talking
gonna
about
move
there's
into
2
that
lines.
spot that,
Is the burrito growling?
You want to come around the corner,
In between these guys?
or you want to
I'll
move
just
forward?
go right with it. I don't wanna, yeah. that's fine. I shall move it in
Okay. You want to hurl a javelin?
yeah. I'll just go ahead and hit the first one.
First guy there. Alright, so you throw your javelin and it sails over all of the gnolls' heads and shatters against the stone wall behind them.
Did that distract them? So get a stick, like throwing a stick into him.
I don't think so.
What tennis ball team?
Do you have a tennis ball you can throw? Maybe.
Just drop that weapon.
Bowden, what do you do?
They're close enough I can make it up to them, aren't they?
If you want to, sure.
Or where you want to form the line at?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm just gonna move up to Snow.
I don't want to get too past that doorway in case they start coming up the
Well,
stairwell.
that's a good idea. So I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna prepare. If any of them come within range, I'm gonna prepare my attack.
Okay. Which attack are you going to prepare?
Warhammer.
Okay. Mitch.
Leave it.
5 foot step that way.
Leave it. Leave it.
Fire the bow.
I forgot you had the bracers of archery. Don't forget your D. Oh, you got your D4 thing.
That's a 23.
You hit. Which are you just hitting the lead one?
Or actually 28. Yeah. First one.
Is this a
9.
short bow?
Yep.
9.
9.
He drops.
And then I'll step diagonal back one next to one.
So that lead gnoll goes down. An arrow in his chest. He's on the ground. Blood's pouring from his throat as his lungs fill with blood from the piercing arrow.
Leave it.
Gordaz.
Leave it.
Can I squeak in there?
Yeah, we'll say you could actually move out, throw, and then move back again because they're not in threatened squares.
Okay. I do that. Just step in front and so we jab in that point.
Okay.
16.
Hit.
7 damage.
7. Ah! He's got an arrow sticking out of his chest, but he's still standing. Malhavoc.
The one to your right in front. 21.
Hit.
2 to hit. What damage to him?
He's down.
Next one to his left.
Okay.
13.
That'll miss.
Figured you were gonna build that wall of corpses.
That's gonna be 300 to push it over on him.
They're gonna stop turning the corner if people keep dying in front of them.
Antis.
5, 15, 20.
Spell an arrow, javelin, the boom.
So can I like peek out and sacred flame this guy and then
Sure.
go back here? So he needs to make a dexterity save.
Alright, here we go. Critical dice.
Yeah, they keep spawning.
Oh!
Keep spawning in the basement, or just gonna camp down.
You've been critical diced. Alright, back to the top. Snog.
Do we want to move back so that we form a 4-person front and just bring them into that corner? Let them start coming in? Or do we want to keep the 2-person front the way it is? Just keep it this way?
This way.
Alright. And I'll just, Sacred Flame.
Because if
The
you
front
move
one?
back, and people come from the basement.
Yeah.
They'll get out of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, he
they're gonna
failed
stab
that
you from
time.
the two sides.
28.
2d8.
Hey, your level's 2D, I'm sure. 5th level?
Yeah.
9.
He bursts into flames, shrieking, and collapses on the ground.
Huh? Yeah.
Alright.
I don't want to go too far from the stairwell.
Hagmar?
Stuff comes up to it.
Yeah, because if they can come out of that, we get stuck in that little
I'm just gonna
square
firebolt
right
that last
Yeah.
one.
Alright, make your attack roll.
Or they could get behind us.
You should
That's
have
what
called, you should have called that cantrip
9.
sacred light.
Did you hit, though?
Who cares?
I'm just firing.
And
19 to hit.
And we don't know if they know about
19, you hit. And 9? Alright. So you blast him in the chest. He slams into the wall and collapses.
Yeah, fireball is not safe.
And anyone want a drink? That fridge is full of stuff over there. Go, just feel free. Alright, monster's turn.
Where do the NPCs come in?
I was gonna say, what about the lizard folk?
They're all really badly beaten, and they're slowly beginning to lift themselves up and make their way down the hall.
Just wondering if any of the warriors feel heroic.
Frusk does. The Knolls made sure each of them were in no condition to fight back.
Oh, okay. We just need to kind of guard our back door there. Somebody needs to guard the back door in case they come around.
The lady that was the one that's first saved.
Yeah. So she's already beat up, isn't she?
Yeah, they're all of the only ones that didn't seem to be too badly beaten were the elders, who are kept in that room separately. Alright, so this Gnoll moves to here, fires a shot at Snog, and misses, and then disappears around the corner.
Smart. She run.
What's your armor class, Snog?
18.
Longbow, missed again. Runs down this hall.
Well, they just lined up.
Well, that's why they didn't all show up initially, right?
Holding the bow
Crap, we're gonna have to go down the hallway.
Oh,
That's why they're not firing correctly.
one more.
The thing's
15.
supposed to be in the
This is
basement.
you. So all of the ones that had the movement to pull that off run past, firing arrows down the hall at you, and then disappear down the hall.
Did you get what he's trying to shoot on?
Cowardice dogs!
She was supposed to be your small target.
Vrusk. So Vrusk, make roll a d20 for me, Vrusk.
11.
So Vrusk, you can hear one of your people pleading for mercy coming from the stairwell there, pleading
The
for
left
help.
or the right?
The stairwell right there,
Oh, this one?
begging to stop, begging whoever's doing something to stop, and you can hear growling and kind of a guttural laughter.
I don't have any personality. I can't get through that door though, can I?
You can get there. None of those squares are threatened, so you can go anywhere you want. You can pass through.
I have 30.
That's
Are you going to start heading down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's 30.
So you reach the stairs, but the stairs are extraordinarily slippy from the amount of just fresh blood covering the steps. But you could traverse them as long as you don't try to dash down them too quickly.
Okay.
So the 5. That's 30 to there.
Yeah.
Okay, and you could hear as you start heading down the stairs, the sound gets louder and louder. This begging.
Okay.
Are you gonna say anything to anyone else though?
Just say I'm going down here because somebody's calling for help.
All right, Bowden.
Okay, so whoever heard that call asked, are we going with them or are we gonna stand here?
Well, we can't let them get to the lizard folk.
Alright, I am going to move.
So do we split the party?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. But Bowden wouldn't know anything about splitting the party. So, do we want to move up and hold it higher or do we want to go back?
I was thinking moving up to at least the end of the hallway, so they can't do that dash
Here?
around the corner crap again.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move here. And
All right.
anybody who comes with
But did we see anybody go when they dashed out? Did they go dash this way towards us?
No, they came
No,
back
they
down.
went around and down that next hall. Let me draw since you can see more now. Oop, I got the wrong marker.
See more dead dogs.
You don't like dogs?
Okay, Gogi.
Let's see here. What do we got?
I don't like them when they're shooting at me. They're trying to kill me.
I just think you don't like dogs.
Oh, I love dogs. I've had several.
Did you say you eaten several?
No, I've had several. I've probably eaten a couple. Well, I know I have in Korea.
Sir. So, from your angle, you can kind of see that.
But also saved a couple in Korea.
So they kind of mix up.
Yeah.
There we are. Pin cushion.
They're around the corner, guys.
Now it's your turn to turn the corner and you show forever.
And with a turtle shield.
Did you paint him?
Did I paint who?
Was he got the mange or something?
The whip guy? No. Sadly.
What's the silver stuff on it? Is it mange?
He actually looks like he's got what appears to be like talons or horns growing out of his back.
Ooh. Maybe that's Fang. Is that Fang?
Just trying to put the ones on you can see.
Just the ones we can see.
So you got time. Go ahead and roll your character.
Your youngest will take the best.
It shows the wrong way.
At one time, 30 directions.
I see your everything looks good.
You got Byron's there. So you glance to your left, Bowden, and you can just see a field of gnolls beginning to muster behind this guy. You can make an Arcana check if you want. That is not a Fang of Nodu.
Okay, so
Just a big, tough gnoll.
So I'll yell to everybody. There's a lot of them up here, but I don't see no fangs. So make him cheat.
All right.
And when I say a lot, I mean a lot.
Should we get into the travel case next? Mitch?
Yay. It could be 30
They don't
towards
have all
lust
hit
for
Yeah,
us.
still got one of those. Still with other things.
And I will start down the stairs too.
All right. Are you gonna dash, or are you just gonna do this? How much movement you have left? 10.
Yes.
So you can get one square ahead of Rusk.
Thank you.
It's a basement.
I see stairs.
All right. All right. So after Mitch, we go to Gordaz. Is it
Is it?
Gordaz?
Alright. Well, there's plenty for everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna dodge.
Huh?
I'm gonna dodge.
Dodge action.
Dodge action.
All right. Dodge action. It is.
So when that downside by people.
So after Gordaz, we go to Malhavoc.
You can't still see anything from where you're at.
You can join the ones going down the stairs too.
Yeah, but I think Russ just said, I'm going this way. He didn't say no.
No, I did.
No, she did.
Yeah.
She said someone's crying for help down here.
He sounds like lots up here. And I leave well. I'm gonna go and
Try to use this area for the downstairs.
5 squares forward.
5 squares forward. Okay.
Can I see who's on the right? Well, I can see one of them.
You can probably see one of them, yeah. You can probably see this guy pretty clearly.
Shoot at him.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Let me break this thing.
What am I what?
Let me break this
Here you go.
thing.
How'd you do?
I missed one thing.
Oh no. Malhavoc has become shaken. Baby. Antis, what do you do?
It wasn't a critical shot of the hook.
From here, would I be able to see?
Yes.
Here,
Yes.
and Sacred Flame.
That lead one or the next one over?
Uh,
Whichever one you want.
Probably this guy.
Okay.
Maybe if he-
Alright, critical dice. A 3.
Alright.
You've sacred flamed him.
Uh,
6.
Oops. 6?
Yeah.
Alright. So we're back at the top with Snog. Snog, Rusk says someone crying for help, so 2 of your party members have split off to go down the stairs to aid that person. Meanwhile, your paladin and your barbarian and the cleric are bottlenecking them here.
I'm gonna move up behind Gordaz and fire Sacred Flame at that first archer.
Okay? Failed.
Uh,
You don't need to hit with Sacred Flame. I roll saving throw.
11.
11. Got it.
You're hot breath on my elbow.
Remember Rosie?
Oh yeah.
Just drool coming out of her jowls, and she would lay her head on your
leg.
and there'd just be 2 big drool spots here, waiting for food.
One from each side.
Yeah, she was an English bulldog,
Oh, yeah.
so she's got the.
Just look at something.
Hagmar, are you gonna stay with this group, or are you gonna go aid your companions that are running down the stairs?
You're a hero.
You shouldn't split the party.
Well, they have. So now you need to make a decision. Do you want to help the party members going down the stairs? You got dash to there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the wizard is going to support the 2 going down the stairs.
Good luck.
Well, that's a pretty good spot. They got the healer and 2 heavies out front there, and some ranged support behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, wait. If I'm here, I can't see that, right?
right.
So,
Because a fireball right in the middle of that group would be nice right now.
no. I'm out of fireballs.
Oh.
He used it to clear vegetation.
All right, so monster's turn. So those Knoll archers are going to reposition a little bit. All right, so this guy is going to shoot at Bowden. 17. The next one is shoot at Bowden. Natural 20.
That does do it.
Alright. Where's my critical dice? There he is. Go critical dice. 8 points of damage. The next one's going to fire at Bowden. So the 3 with the clear shots are all going to fire at Bowden. Miss. So the 2 that are left behind, one of them is going to shoot at Gordaz. He's got a clear shot at Gordaz. And that's 17.
No, my AC is 18, but whatever it is, I'm not there because I'm dancing.
Oh, that's right. So, all right. And then the other one, he has disadvantage to shoot at Bowden because there's Knowles standing in the way. 17 is my best. All right. So these guys. So that big one there up front, Bowden, he's got a glaive actually instead of a big flail. So he'll glaive you with a 3, and then he'll try to bite you, and he'll miss. Wow. Critical dice, we talked about
The
this.
blade is not supposed to miss.
Huh?
The blade is not supposed to miss.
You're just thinking of crawl, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, the other Knoll, there with the hand axe attacks Gordaz. At disadvantage, natural 20, or 19 on the die. That's a D6 plus 2,
You can Jedi that.
5 points of damage. And then he's gonna try to bite
Got a
you.
hole in the wall.
And he missed. These Knolls just kind of stand out here shouting and screaming. This one kind of runs up to here. Kind of displace a little bit. But they can't really get in, so they're mostly just doing a lot of shouting and cackling, growling. All right. Yeah. Some shots are just beyond impossible. I'm not even gonna roll it. All right. So I rolled those guys real quick. Those are the stairs you guys are coming down.
Try it, see if it's cool.
There are these narrow pillars that are around the room. You guys haven't actually come down all the way yet, but I'm just kind of preemptively drawing it. Okay, so up next we have Vrosk.
I'll start walking down slowly.
All right. So
Just
you'll
like
end
the
up.
edge, just so I can see what's down there first.
Yeah. So you end up to there, right?
Yep.
And what you see is, I'm gonna steal this guy. You see a knoll, and you see, toss me Thras. There we go. There's a lizard folk who's got a horrible wound on his throat, and he's weakly reaching out, and blood's just pouring out of his throat. And you see two of the biggest hyenas you've ever seen in your life. So that cost you roll. That only cost you 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. It's taking up that one, like, 2 diagonally from me, but can I fit
You want to move here?
there? Just so, I want to move
Or
over
here?
the one in front of that, so that they can still get down.
Yeah. So like there?
Yeah. Is that as...
You can move here without
I'll go
threat.
there that way,
Okay.
because there's 2 people.
Except one of them's a wizard, so he's not going to want to fully engage anyway. Pull out your sword, Josh.
And then I'll try and hit the knoll first.
You're going to hit the knoll.
I do have a +1 dagger that I have -1 to hit with.
For 14.
14
You have a -2.
misses. But you got a bite, too.
I have a +1, so
Okay,
it's
so
-1.
But your strength is -2.
Yeah.
18.
You hit.
My intelligence is 19.
4.
I say it's a fair trade.
Alright. So do you want to say anything when you get down to the bottom?
No. I mean, I don't speak knoll, so...
No, you speak common, though.
Oh.
You just, I go in, swing. Okay. Alright, so after Vrosk, we have Bowden.
Okay, I guess I am just going to smack the guy in front of me with my war.
Otherwise, Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, Constitution saving throw.
9. Hit.
You hit.
And then I'm going to Divine Smite him also.
But it's all for you.
16.
16, okay.
And with my second attack, same thing. It's 20 to hit. 24 to hit.
20 hits.
Fifth commissary.
15?
I'll feel that 2d8
Mitch.
plus a 10-foot pushback. Down the stairs.
Okay. So you'll go 20 feet down the stairs, and you arrive, and again, you see the biggest hyenas that you've ever seen. They're mangy. They've got a lot of their skin underneath is blackened.
Those pillars.
Those are pillars, but they're really narrow, so they don't really provide cover or anything.
So 21 step that way. They will attack the hyena.
The hyena.
Punch in the face.
So go. 24.
You hit.
For 9. That's with the side of the sickle. And I'll martial arts with flurry of blows for bonus.
And how much damage did you get?
I just did 9.
Okay.
That one won't hit. 16.
16 hits.
That's 8 points. And this, it must make a dex save.
Dex save from a hyena. That's actually good at that. Natural 20.
So I don't click it.
Good. So after Mitch, we go to Gordavs.
I'm gonna rage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna swing at the guy directly in front of me.
The knoll. Oh, yes.
It's 14 damage.
14. Okay.
You need Spitfire, normal, or...
He's
Does it get bigger?
just a knoll.
Apparently not.
Since it's
12
He
misses.
could be real big.
all they did was just pay him 3.
Alright, after Gordaz, we go Malhavoc.
Spikes on him.
Okay. You'll be at disadvantage to hit him because you got a couple of ranks of people ahead of you.
We go maybe
13 misses. 22 hits.
taking damage.
Oh, yes. Oh.
21 damage.
Seriously?
Yep.
Ouch. Ouch. Alright, you drill him with an arrow. You just plan it perfectly as Bowden ducks to, evade one of its blows, and the arrow goes right through his throat, and he collapses.
Did you kill anybody?
There's 1 point away from doing that.
Are you going to stay where you're at?
Yes.
Antis?
I will do Sacred Flame on this guy, if I can see him.
You can actually see all of them
Oh, okay.
lean out. They're, look around the corner. The one you hit last time is the lead
This
one.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll peek around and try to hit that guy.
Alright. 13.
8, 10.
Oh, he bursts into flames. He begins to run around. He runs into the wall and collapses into the ground.
And then Healing Word is a bonus action, so I'm going to do first level Healing Word on Bowden, which is 1d4, 1, 5, 8 points again.
Oh yeah, you're a life cleric, aren't you?
Yeah.
You get the big heals.
There you go.
Nice. Alright, Snog.
Do Sacred Flame again.
On which one?
Same one I did last time.
He's dead.
Doesn't matter.
You want to do him again anyway? He's on the ground smoldering in this radiant flame.
Whichever one I can see.
Well, you could see like 6 of them.
Oh, the archers.
One of the archers? The
Yeah.
lead one there?
Yeah.
Alright. Yep. Critical dice. I failed.
5.
Okay. Hagmar, down the stairs. Now you don't have to come all the way into the room to be able to see. You could stay on the stairs.
Or
So you here.
I'm like 30.
Okay, that was 25.
I really want Thunder Wedge so I can push everything back.
Then you'll need to close 30. But you'll also, well, you could shape it around this guy. Well, you could shape it around all your allies.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is that a 15-foot or 4 cubes or 4 cubes?
2 cubes.
Huh? So 3 by 3?
3 by 3 cubes.
6 cubes.
Okay. So you could hit all 3 of your enemies and shape it around.
Well, it's got to be off of him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's off of him,
Yeah.
and then 3 by 3, and it'll miss this guy. You want to do that?
Yeah, 2d8 and I believe it's a con save.
See if they get pushed back.
15.
Yeah, for full damage, you can push. Otherwise, it's half damage.
Don't have to roll for the.
Well, first I need to roll my saving throws.
Yeah.
Con saves. So the Knoll will do first. He failed. Would be 2. $12 and 11 for the hyenas.
All of them failed.
Okay.
Take 8 points of damage each.
And they all get shoved back, right? There you go. Backs up the stairs. Alright, up next, it's the monsters. I'm gonna steal this guy. No, it's just this one is the Fang and Yunogu. I didn't want him out there. Let's do the archers first. The 3 line of archers are gonna all shuffle up 1 square. Yep, and they're gonna fire at Bowden. I'm just gonna fire 4 times at Bowden.
Concentrating fire.
Here we go.
X them all.
Well, I got you once.
Was on the critical dice dead?
No, it was on my old die. From like 20 years ago.
That one that's waiting.
4 points of damage. And then there's the one right in front of you with his axe. Oh, I got you. For 4 points of damage. He'll try to bite you. Misses. Gordaz. Axe. Miss. Bite. Miss. The other one around the corner from you, he's at disadvantage. Missed. And missed. Alright, in the basement here. So, the lizard folk on the ground, he's still holding out a hand, begging for help, but it's slowly becoming weaker and weaker. And he attacks. The gnoll attacks you. That's a 15. So he hits you. Where's my critical die? There it is. Oh, look at that. 4 points of damage. With a 1. This hyena comes charging up. Oh, I gotta bite you too. No! My first one of the day. Alright, hyena. Attacking Mitch. 16.
On the money.
He bites you. Ooh. 11 points of damage. And this guy appears in the doorway. He's got cloven hooves for feet. He's enormous as compared to most of the other gnolls. His eyes burn red, almost unnaturally. And he, just, his whole chest and all of his teeth are just covered in blood. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh. Vrosk, you're up.
Are we supposed to kill the thing? Yeah.
I think this one.
We just need 3 gnolls left alive to take back.
Yeah, just need 3 gnolls.
One more thing.
What?
Well, I don't think we should keep the thing alive. Yeah, let me just hide.
I'm gonna try and hit the first
1 fang and
my
2 hyenas.
15.
It's basically 3 gnolls.
You hit.
If you have 1 fang, that's infinite gnolls.
As long as you have the hyenas.
So we're taking back a male and a female hyena and a fang.
Alright, you hit him. You want to try to bite him too?
Yeah. 10.
10 misses him. So, Vrusk swings his giant stone club, smacks the gnoll, who gets sent back a few steps, but he rebounds, and those few steps back allow the gnoll to evade Vrusk's bite. Bowden.
Okay. Well, I got an hole right in front of me, so.
Oh, that picture then you get.
Oh, man. So that was 23. And, okay, 23, 30 to hit with my bonus.
30. Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But we got 6 damage.
6 on that first gnoll.
Yeah. So second attack is 10 2 with 14.
Plus
or,
your,
plus 14 or 25.
Yeah, I think you hit. He's dead. So you can take that gnoll off. Yes. Mitch.
The hyena again.
The hyena.
Yep. Slash 14.
14 hits.
Second attack. 14 in. Or 5. And I'll flurry again. Or 13.
13 hits.
For 9.
Oh, the
Eleven
hyena
eight.
drops.
Then the last.
Even in its death throes, it kind of cackles out of laughter.
And then the gnolls will get the last flying elbow. 19
Hit.
Yeah. I don't think it's going anywhere.
for 5, and he needs to make a strength save.
Oh, straight. This is a good one. Well, it's a natural 20, but it's kind of cocked a little bit on the pins. Oh, a 3.
So he's pushed back into the wall, diagonal from me.
Like here?
Yeah. I elbowed him.
Gordaz.
And I'll actually move up to the lizard man on the floor.
Okay. Like here?
Yeah.
Swinging the one in front of me again.
Pencil.
17.
17 hits.
11.
11 damage.
Ow. Oh, hit again.
8 damage. Wait, 10 damage.
10? Okay.
Okay, let's do one again. It's not like it's written right here.
Well, yeah, we'll get in the line issue too, and I can do it every time.
Alright, up next after Gordaz is Malhavoc.
Shoot the gnoll.
Which one? My choice?
One right front of you.
In front of the dwarves are short, so you won't have disadvantage against them.
Watch the hair.
18, 12, 8, 26.
You hit.
So you want to put the reverse mohawk.
He has 1 hit point left.
And then. Let's see, an archer.
You can see. You'll be at disadvantage, but you can see this guy back here.
Shoot.
Alright. So your arrow ricochets down the hall. And it's Antis.
Guess I'll peek around the corner and Sacred Flame with this archer mix.
Alright. Made my save that time. Back to the top, Snog.
You'll get in front of the door so they stop coming in.
grabbing the dragon.
Yeah, because he's not threatened now. You can move through him.
Can I move into that group?
We'll do trip.
Yeah, right in there. Yep.
Okay. Right into the archers. Which one are you gonna swing at?
The one on my left, or closest to you.
Okay.
12. 20.
20 hits.
10.
Okay.
And then I'm on War Priest it.
Oh.
22, 20.
20 a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, you hit.
Another 10.
Ow. So the Knoll's just shrieking. He's kind of shocked that you charged out through the lines. His eyes are this big as you're just pummeling him with your axe.
Is that like the elves in the Hobbit movie? They just when they jumped over the doors. Is that what you did?
Basically.
Did he drop him?
No, he did not. He was uninjured up to that point. Hagmar, what do you do?
5, 10, 15. I'm gonna heal check.
We got one more closer to heal check the lizard.
So if I go here, can I make another diagonal? Will that be 5? If I make a heal check.
You mean to leave that?
Yeah.
You'll provoke from the hyena, but you can. What you could do is you could go 5, 10, 15, 20. Could be closer to the fang of the Inogu.
Move back off. Yeah.
You'll have 10 feet of movement left at that
I'll
point.
do it. And I'll make heal check. Or,
Alright, you've successfully bandaged the...
and I'm gonna cast.
This is his one more round and he would have been dead.
Cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
That's an action to bandage the
Oh.
lizard folk. But by saving the lizard folk within 3 rounds, everyone immediately gains 100 experience.
Immediately?
Yes. This second. Unless you want to risk me forgetting later.
Does Russ get to level up?
Brusk. I don't know. Sure. Write 100 XE on him. He's a 4th level lizard folk right now.
What's up? 6th level?
You know, waiting.
What XP did you guys get last week? 1 million.
We're keeping everyone at the same level, so whatever anyone else.
We're at 10, 750.
Alright, Josh, are you going to use the rest of your movement?
That's what
I have 10 feet left.
With
Yes.
the 100.
Alright. Monster's turn.
Duck you, bitch.
Alright, this hyena is going to move to here and attack you.
Okay.
Just because you said that.
Squishy thing. What do you want now? See if it squeaks.
15.
Hit.
It squeaks.
Critical dice. 8 points of damage, Josh.
21.
Attacking
I have
Brust.
21 hit points left.
I hit. For 9. And he's going to bite you too. Just, oh, he bit you with a natural 20.
That's a lot of hit points.
What's that? Oh, it's 6 points. Is he down?
Nope. I have 7 left.
Ooh. Then the Fang enters the room and stares down Mitch, snarling. Blood just, it looks like a horror show, just blood dripping down his front. Looks like he's just spent, hours upon hours just tearing the throat out of lizard folk after lizard folk. First he'll try to bite you with an 8. Then he's going to try to hammer you with his axe. No. Natural 1.
Does he break it?
You get one more attack with his
Because
axe.
he tried to hammer with an axe.
It's a flat side.
Sir, do I need to teach you how to use that?
How about a 19?
Okay.
You'll allow that? 4 points of damage.
I just moved where it is on the
All right, up top here. Those archers all just throw down their bows, pull out axes, go after you.
Alright, step back.
We had to get the axe
Ready?
turned sideways.
4 attacks at Snog.
Yeah.
Natural 20 on one of them.
Pick up the bows.
A 21 on another.
Bows.
Alright.
Pick up your dagger. Pick up the bows when they're on the ground.
20 points of damage. That was 2 off of a max. This guy's gonna push in and he's gonna provoke from Snog. Or from Gordaz, I'm sorry.
I don't feel a 6. So it's gonna be 17 damage.
Ow.
Teach him to best.
But that guy that ran past now is gonna make an attack at
I
Snog.
keep trying to think to one shot.
Throwing another ball for someone else. Are you?
17. Alright, now he's gonna bite you. Ooh, 22.
That hits.
I'll be at my mother's doghouse.
5. So Snog is completely surrounded now. The next
Way
big
he
one with the
likes it.
giant axe comes in. He's gonna swing it at Bowden. I missed. Bite. Missed. The next one at Gordaz. I hit you. And all of the 3 that just came in are much larger than your typical gnoll, and they seem like they're a bit more commanding. Max damage. 11 points of damage to Gordaz. And then he tries to bite you. That's a 17.
I just missed it.
Oh.
I got 18.
Okay. That's all the monsters. Vrusk.
Why is there a random cheetah?
Huh?
So why is there a random cheetah?
A random what?
Cheetah. You
I
got
don't know,
a
it's a
spy in
different-
there.
No.
That's the 4th edition
That was
sculpt for a hyena man.
Well, we don't talk about 4th edition
It's
there.
got something to do.
Too right.
I'm gonna try and hit the null still.
Okay.
Not gonna hit it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and bite him. Also,
All right.
It's like one of those
So Vrusk is desperately trying to fend off the knoll, and Bowden.
Those dragons are the Windows 8 to 10 bit. You skip from 3.5 to 5.
I still have advantage from your range, right?
If you're attacking a target next to me, so any of these two there.
Yeah, so the one right in front of me gets 20,
Hit.
10.
One right in front of you.
Yeah, and then
we're keeping each other.
You'll advantage. So kind of the orange when you get it.
Mitch
alright.
taking on the Fang.
Oh, the first factor will on the factor.
Hit.
6.
Okay.
Second attack on the phone. 20
Hit.
for 7.
Okay.
The martial arts flurry,
Use a key point.
key point for that. Miss for 11.
That misses.
And second flurry, natural 20.
Ooh.
So
9 points.
He needs to make a dex save and a con because I burned a key point for a stun strike on him.
Alright, let's do the con first. 22. Dex.
So he missed.
10.
He missed that one, so he's prone.
Ah, you sweep the legs of cloven hooves. He drops.
I will.
This bitch broke the
Yeah.
He swept away.
What?
That was a good predicate.
Oh, I don't know.
We've got a human gem that came back into the 6-episode miniseries.
This is Jaden Smith.
No,
No, it's
Ralph
it's
Macchio and
Ralph Macchio and
Billy
Zabka.
Alright, Gordaz.
They're not buddies this time.
They're not Zach Coleman's a and he's decided
I'm
to
gonna
go
shoot my sword.
before the fight happens.
I'm gonna try and grapple the one in front of me.
Okay.
Raging, so I have advantage on that shot. It's 27 to grapple it.
Alright. I don't think I can. It's a natural 20, so. Yeah, you got him.
Alright. Now I'm gonna move him into the doorway instead of forward.
Shove him back.
Plug that out.
Alright.
I'm gonna, with my,
Just random.
that's one attack. My second attack, I'm just gonna swing my shield at him as an improvised weapon.
Okay.
So it's just plus strength and proficiency. That's a fun attack. Wait, yes. 14 minutes?
14 misses. Huh? 5. I mean, or you got your bless for a minute, is it?
Yeah.
So you got 5 more rounds.
Yeah.
It's only 30 seconds.
It's only been 30 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, you can see a few straggling down the hall towards the exit, you know. Who is that? Gordaz? Malhavoc.
Two. Shoot this man.
Whoa, what was that?
I picked the right chair.
The chair break?
No, it folds.
Oh.
Must have been
That's
kind
my
of
old
folded.
folding chair.
Oh.
Remember?
It must have been kind of folded this whole time.
Is it undone all the way now?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Meeting's on his way. Can I shoot without disadvantage? Somebody?
Yeah. You can get this guy pretty easily.
We always get the
25?
Hit?
Are you taking damage yet?
Oh, yes.
15 damage? Still up?
Yep.
Hit him again.
Bardically inspired.
For 14 damage?
Oh, he's still standing. He's got arrows sticking out of his back and his shoulder. He's still flipping out like a knoll would. Antis.
I guess I'll Sacred Flame that chasm.
Alright. Deck save. He fails.
8.
Oh, and he ignites in a flame, spins in a circle, not sure what to do with himself, trying to put himself out. Kind of leans against the wall and just slumps down, blood just smearing against the wall behind him. And he's dead. And Gordaz, you could see a lot more knolls out here. In fact, there are knolls. There's a wall out here, an outer wall, and there are knolls along the wall too, up on the battlements.
Don't push, there's plenty for everybody.
Can I get to here without like
No, yeah, you can go diagonal and then diagonal again.
Just need to hold him for 8 hours and drop sleep.
And then I'm gonna do
Sounds like a challenge.
second level. Cure
It's only just 1 hour. Recovery.
Well, was Sacred Flame, that's an action. Or you could do a healing word.
Yeah, healing word. Second level.
We sold some shoes from the arrows.
Uh, 10 points.
Sounds good to me.
You estimate there's probably another 60 gnolls out there, though.
That's not even 8.
And giant yellow ball rolls through.
Alright, so you healed him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they all
Snog, what do? You go after the same archer?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you summon and as they chase it?
23.
You hit.
You could do minor illusion of it then as well.
I could. 11.
Alright, he drops.
That's one down.
I can't move.
And they all attack each other trying to get
Is there
to it,
another one
and they
leading
want to get to it.
profusely at all?
The illusion cannot move.
Well, I mean,
They all look like they've been beat up.
Wait, it
they're all
can't make
gnolls,
noise.
you know, and there's blood all over the place already from all the dead.
Alright, just the next one to my. Out of the three, the one to my left. Yep. That missed.
That's good. So
Alright.
Oh, hold on, that's 6.
that sounded like
14?
Missed.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. Hagmar, what do you do? What magics can you weave?
I only have first level spells left.
You can do a lot with first level spells.
You can do, I think, destroy thing of Nogu is a
I think it's a cantrip. I sadly didn't take that.
Your only feather falls on many times.
That's a light, which is
It's light, not laser pointer.
Minor illusion newspaper. Roll that.
or cat.
So that knoll is still in there, right?
Yep.
squirrel.
So if I thunderwave again and he fails his save, where will he go?
Which thing?
The hyena.
He'll go straight back and slam into the knoll.
I don't know if he'll take damage.
I'll give you extra damage from the tightness, them colliding with one another.
What was the? So I can shape it around him so he doesn't fall back.
Yeah, you can shape it around your allies, including the guy that's on the ground.
Would I provoke off of him?
No.
If he falls back, okay. I'll just cast another thunder wave.
Thunder wave. Alright, con saves, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll do the dog first. He made it save.
That's cheating, dead.
It is not. The knoll failed, though. So he'll take an extra...
What the fang?
Well, you won't get to the fang in it.
Why?
Because you won't get the fang in it.
No.
Unless, are you trying to get the fang, or are you trying to get these two? Because it's 3 by 3.
So would the fang just slam against the wall?
Yeah, or you could get this guy and slam him against the wall.
I'll get the fang and the hyena.
So not him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. So the fang rolled a 7 for save, so he still failed.
They both take 14 points.
Well, the hyena takes 7, right?
Yeah. It's half there.
And the fang, roll an extra d6 for the slam damage against the wall. Fang takes was it 16?
No, it was 14.
Yeah,
Or
plus 2.
yeah, plus 2. Wait, 14 is plus 2.
So the fang slams against the wall head first. Monster's turn.
I was trying to think. Can I knowledge what these hyenas are?
Sure.
What would that be? Arcana?
That'll be nature.
Nature, I get it. Plus 4. 7.
Those are some big hyenas. So the Fang stands up, ah, lets out a roar, and comes back at Mitch. Bite. What's your passive perception?
Pretty
Yeah.
noisy up there.
This 14 right?
Yeah, you pierce it. If you have a 14 passive perception, you hear this guttural, kind of unnatural roar from behind you. It's pretty damn loud.
If we yelled it.
And when that roar erupts, all the gnolls kind of give it cheer.
That's disheartening.
So I missed on the first attack.
Yep.
Uh,
He's gonna try to hammer me
Cut
again.
off the head. The rest of the
yeah.
You can't argue with the axe.
But then
My
we
thing
need
is,
to
if
Six?
there's 60 knolls up here and we go down into that little bitty staircase, they're gonna funnel behind us.
Or they may
There's a passage.
I hit you
out
again.
behind us.
Well, but what I'm
There's
saying is
another
if we get into
6.
that passage, we funnel, because that passage is only
Oh,
one.
you want to be.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's only one.
I hit you with a hyena.
Okay.
No, but we did hear the.
Oh, 12, 14 points of damage. What are you, 8 now?
So 12 points of damage?
14.
Or 14. I'm at 15.
I thought you took damage earlier.
I have 21 hit points.
Yeah, but I thought I hit you last round with the hyena.
Oh. I math well.
Good job, math.
Was math so.
Attacking you.
Lots of things.
I can't count.
15?
I can't count how many things that the math served me, so.
That's because you don't know it.
4 points.
So
And I missed you with his axe.
Minus 15.
Up here, up top, we got 4 attacks at Snog. So 3 from the archers who've thrown down their bows and have axes out. Missed. And then there's the big guy there. Snog. Snog. Take 9 points of damage.
9.
And then he's going to try to bite you too.
You're going to be through the paper.
For 4.
Then you have to modify.
Gordaz. There's that big guy there. First his glaive, his bent glaive there. I hit you. For 7. And then he'll try to bite you and miss. I'm going to fire a few arrows at you at disadvantage. 20 or 5. One more. A 20 or a 20!
I have,
Oh, yeah.
So the arrow just kind of like slips under the arm of the gnoll and strikes Gordaz in a vital spot. Only for 9.
That's fine. Chipping
Roll
away.
20 twice.
They say it won't affect.
Frusk.
That's where
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll still go for the
All right.
21.
Hit.
For 10.
10.
I'll
Ow.
try 2 for 15. Is that it?
Yes.
For
8. All right. He drops.
8.
No. 5. He doesn't drop. Close.
Spit on it. You might go.
Close.
Never mind, I did roll the first one.
All right, Bowden. So you did hear that thunderous roar behind you.
Yeah, and I'm thinking though.
You're pretty deeply entrenched out here, though.
Yeah,
You're gonna mop up at these archer.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna hit this guy right here.
Okay.
16
Hit.
for 7. And, 18 for 6.
Okay. He's still kicking. dudes, right?
Oh. Unless they're gonna surrender. In mass.
Here, can you tie yourselves up and deliver yourself to Quago?
We're gonna get bonuses if we deliver the whole lot.
Listen here, man.
Alright, Bone Mitch.
Maybe we can
Sit, Nico.
capture the Fang.
Why do we want to play?
You two, hold back.
How much money that guy would be worth?
Should be.
If we could capture the Fang?
Do you know how much cleanup we'd have to do if somebody who would buy a Fang would buy a Fang from us?
I yell at these two
She'll sit for
to
a
pull
ball.
back.
Alright, you shout at them two to pull back.
I grab the lizard man on the floor.
Okay.
I'll burn my last chi point
Sit,
for Step of the Wind.
Okay.
Use my bonus action to
Trigger eyes off the
disengage
ball.
and move up the stairs.
Step of the Wind, is that like walking parts?
Yes.
It's crop dusting.
Alright, so you grab this guy. Oops. So he is a one square outside of the top of the stairs. That guy's prone in the square.
Tuck him into a belt. He is a belt pouch.
Bag of them, with just his head sticking out.
He's a belt pouch.
Mordaz.
Alright, I'm gonna draw my sword
And I'm
fly
yelling,
to go.
when I come up to the top of the stairs, I'm yelling, the Fang is down here.
Okay. Oh.
That's gonna hurt.
Which guy are you hitting?
The big one trying.
Okay. Ow. We have 3 rounds left to bless, by the way.
14 damage.
I need some healing.
Alright.
Still up.
He is still up. Malhavoc?
Like 37 damage or something.
36.
All the way to
Go ahead.
If I roll high, I'm gonna leave and go downstairs.
Okay.
What do I roll say? I'm gonna stay. There's a lot going on up here. Alright, so what can I see? Who can I shoot?
You're at disadvantage on any target out there right now.
Okay.
But you do hear Mitch behind you yell, the Fang is here.
Sit, Nika. Nika.
Do I know if I kill the thing that anything would change
Um,
with these?
make a... What did Knowles fall under? Nature? Probably. We'll go make it a nature check.
17.
Knolls are extremely chaotic, but they have a very yeah. If the leader falls, they're very likely to rout.
Alright, I guess I'll look upstairs. 30. Double.
You can go up to 60.
That's 40 days. You want to go?
I'm trying to get the rest of them to come upstairs and draw them up.
I'll go to the middle of the stairs.
Yeah, but I need to get out.
Well, you're not. He's not a threatened square.
Yeah, you can go faster.
You can go
40. I guess that'd be the second round, technically. So 50, 55, 60.
Yeah, that's where you'd be. Okay. And again, the floor is slick with an enormous amount of blood, handprints smeared across where someone was drug up the stairs. Antis.
I'm gonna do another cure wounds on Snog. Just first level. 2, 6, 8, 9.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's my actions, so. I'll just
Snog.
go ahead.
Alright, well, I was gonna put wounds on myself.
It's not Hagrid.
Oh, no, you're after Snog.
No, those after Amos.
Alright, the one to my left. 11, 19?
You hit the one to your left, you say?
Yeah. 7, 12.
Okay.
Alright, my last war priest. 23.
You hit.
6.
Okay. Alright. Hagmar, now it's you.
Does disengaging cost an action?
Yes.
So do I provoke if I disengage?
No. Why did you think about Thunderwave it again first?
I was thinking if I could.
I mean, you could. If this thing fails its save, it's gonna push back from you anyway.
But I don't want to die.
Disengage is a safe choice because you're sure it's going to work.
Yeah, I'm probably going to disengage and move up 30 feet.
Okay. So that's 15. He'll be 30 is right where Mitch is standing. So you'll have to pick the one right behind Mitch.
Yes.
Let's keep it stairs. Can I see down
You can see down him, but you don't see anything down there.
Now we left,
Yeah, she's all down there.
what's his name down?
Rusk.
Rusk.
Yeah, the monsters go before Rusk.
That problem.
Rusk is about to get pummeled.
He has a family.
Sure you want to make that move?
But I have 7 hit points left to head.
Well, go for your Thunder Wave.
Rusk has 3.
But, well,
Go down with the bang.
Doesn't mean you're dead.
Don't be a coward.
You want to retcon that and do some Thunder Wave action?
We've got healing. We'll find it.
Come on, crack hits.
I've got there's a 5.
let's see.
So what happens if the Fang bites the hyena? Does that mean we
Nothing.
have another?
But if the hyena eats from a kill from the Fang, it's a giant hyena. Or a giant gnoll.
And just who's down there for us?
Maybe.
So, who goes? So how hurt is that hyena?
I don't know.
Let's do it.
So Josh is going to stay in Thunder Wave.
But I can still run.
You can, you'll provoke, but I
No,
might miss.
if he goes back.
Right. So, which one? Do you want to try to hit this guy and this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy will slam into the wall. I'll give you extra damage on it. But first, con save. What's my DC?
15.
50. I fail. The hyena gets slammed back. And the gnoll makes his save. So
13.
13 to the hyena.
6 to the
And the gnoll takes an extra d6 from getting hit in the wall. Well, he doesn't get pushed back, does he?
No.
Well, that still kills the gnoll, though. So the gnoll goes down.
So I mean, that was 15 away from you. Now,
Now I can run.
Grab Rusk and run.
Get out of the way! Run!
I don't think I can grab.
She's a 7 strength.
he grabs with Rusk and runs in place.
Russ grabs him.
pulling out his tail.
I got you.
You gonna run up the stairs now, Josh? Come on, Russ.
See if there's any skills I can use.
Not much you can use. Alright, now it's the monster's turn. Well, I mean, you took out one. Rusk has a better chance of surviving now. So the hyena rushes at Rusk and misses. And let's see. And he runs up the stairs only to encounter Malhavoc. And you see this enormous gnoll, huge humpback, his fur standing up in a rage. First he's gonna try to bite you. No!
Does he?
Does that how you
And then he's gonna try to chop at you with his axe. 14.
Hold on. No. Said my request is 34.
21.
That'll do.
How'd you get 34?
It had armor of invulnerability on it.
Oh.
10 points of damage.
I don't know, unless I hit by it.
He accidentally turned on Dwarven Defender.
You can call it next.
Alright, out here we got 4 attacks against Snog. First do the 3 archery guys. I got him once. Six. And then the Pack Lord there next to Snog. Natural 20, Snog.
Bad dice, bad.
Critical dice.
Go back in the
You got so many 20s for this, really.
Good dice, dude.
12 points of damage, Snog. You still up?
Yes.
Now he's gonna try to bite you.
do?
He bit you. Ooh, max damage. 7.
I'm down.
Snog drops. Ah. Out here, Gordaz. Are you still grappling that guy?
No, I let him go last turn. Because I do my sword.
You getting beaten?
He's gonna try to grapple you,
Okay.
pull you out. Oh, that is an 18.
I got 24.
Okay. So he fails. He was gonna try to yank you out into the masses here. I'm gonna shoot
Why would he do that to his friends?
a couple of shots at you, 3 shots at you with archers at disadvantage. Missed. 15. Miss. More and more lizard folk are straggling out. And we've got Vrusk. Well, now there's a fang in your way up the stairs. So do you want to try to stand and hang in there with this hyena?
Yeah.
This is the
move
welcome
that
attack
down.
opportunity.
So for 19 for the first one,
You hit?
Is that crit?
for 8,
You missed that though.
which is a 15
Hit.
I'm a champion.
for 7.
The hyena drops.
Should I just go in that corner?
It's been Thunderwave 3 times and still lived.
Or your wife.
You just want to stay there?
No, I want to go in the corner.
Right here?
Yeah.
So
Just in
Vrusk
case he
limps
wants to
over and
come
leans
down.
against the wall, holding his battered body.
Kind of nap.
Lick your wounds for a minute.
You see 7 more fangs on the other end.
Maybe there's one up here, so either way.
Bowden.
I am going to lay hands on Snog for 20.
20 points of healing.
Then I am going to move back toward the commotion.
Alright, you're going to provoke?
Yeah.
Missed.
Oh, you're still down though. You're not.
Mitch?
I
Take
put
out their
the
leg.
lizard man in that far corner.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Drink my potion, and then move 10 feet back towards the stairs.
Okay, right there.
Yeah, the guy is gonna go down at some point. That one, 13.
13 misses. That hits. Oh, max damage.
Or 20 damage.
He is dead. Dead. You just bury your hammer into his skull or your sword into his skull.
Is that damage redirected through Fang?
Then you see everything else behind it.
If I just get my cover.
You hit so hard you have trouble taking your sword back out.
No, it's a flaming sword, so it just kind of sizzles as you pull it out.
I'm gonna stay there.
You're gonna hang in there.
Well, yeah, I don't want to. Leave them just open.
Isn't that also a vicious sword? So if you crit, it does extra damage.
Is it?
Is that Logi?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Okay.
It's a vicious flaming sword.
Oh, I thought the vicious was just flavor.
No, it does an extra 7 points of damage on a crit.
Oh, well, there we go.
So it's not like is the vicious in 3.5 it does 2 extra d6.
Yeah, but I think it costs you hit points
Yeah,
too.
you get
Like you take 1d6, but you get to do an extra 2d6.
But the 7, I think I've read some places.
It's supposed to be 2d6.
The average is 7.
7. The book says 7. You can do it either way. I don't care.
We roll that.
Rolling dice is fun. I'll have it. Oh, the scimitars come out.
Uh, 13 to hit.
Missed.
19.
Hit.
Stick it in.
Yes. Oh, minimum damage.
So 7 damage.
Okay. So a few glancing blows off of the fang and
What's the easy six?
huh?
What's the easy six?
Yes, you know, we're not used to that. Antis.
I try and put this guy underneath.
Which guy?
This guy.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
Not gonna do it.
Nope.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll just stay there in case someone takes my damage.
Okay. Snog, you're up. You are conscious. Knowles looming over you.
I'm gonna stand
Their
up.
jowls are drooling at the sight of the dwarven meat on the ground in front of them.
Are people running away or what?
Well, the fang is coming up the stairs.
All right.
And Mitch got that, so we know.
You know he's down.
No, he was down.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh.
Uh,
So I need a bunch of saves. I need
Yes.
4 saves. Are they wisdom saves?
Wisdom saves
It's gonna be on their turn.
Knowles and
on their turn. Yes.
Let's start their turn.
So that just fills the area there with spirit guardians, the hallway.
Yes. Footing around.
Alright.
Should go stand in the middle of those outside.
Run out there. You want to run out there, Snog?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'll take these 3 out first.
Hagmar?
It has their movement too if they decide to.
Well, if I move, will I provoke off the Fang?
Yeah. He could get you. He'd be swinging at your ankles, but he can get you.
I can shocking grasp him.
You want to do that?
So is it d6
No, you got to roll a hit.
plus 7?
Oh, you hit him. So 2d8, and he loses his reaction.
Until my next turn. Right?
Well, until it resets on his turn.
I didn't know if that's still my next turn.
On his turn, he gets it back. But the point is, he can't. You can run away now.
That's the risky disengage with damage.
Because he lost his reaction, so he didn't take his action.
And if you don't hit, then maybe it's still your turn.
Yeah.
Or you can still go away and take damage.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Just
Hagmar runs past. He's
starts-
all.
he
His
starts-
eyes are real big.
He's running a zigzag.
The fang! The
across
fang!
room. It's an empty room. He's zigzagging across.
I didn't even.
Trying to make sure that lizard folk laying in the corner doesn't get him.
Not gonna get me. I'm a real boy.
All right,
Let's go back to town.
the monsters.
Okay, we still need 3 of them.
Let's do Hagmar
Pick a
first.
litter out there.
No, we'll do Snog first.
Oh, and if they get wisdom saves.
Right, that's what I mean.
Just hand them like Babe Ruth style. You're fine.
All right, one of them made it.
What do you mean, Hagmar?
17.
All right, the one in the corner's dead.
Here, let's just put him out here. We know he's not dead.
So 2 takes 17 and 1 takes 8.
It's almost like the same.
The one that
nature
died
over
took
and
8.
over again.
Respawning.
It almost seems like
we're
the
not
same
killing him. We're just
roll,
teleporting
but
him.
not-
And then the Pack Lord.
Killer spawn points.
It's like they fall
Failed
down
as
in
well.
the dimension door, then
He
they
takes
reappear
17.
fully healed into the next room.
Pack Lord takes 17.
It was,
Yeah,
you said 3, right? It was 17, 17, and 8.
there's 4 of them there. I had to roll
Oh.
separate saving throws.
Okay.
Pack Lord failed too, though. All right, so I got 2 attacks on you with the archers. I hit you. So you'll need to make a concentration check. It's a Constitution saving throw. You take 6 points of damage. You made your save.
How much?
6 points of damage. So the spell is still active. Now the Pack Lord's going to attack you. Glaive, miss. Bite, miss. Oh. They should have ran, but I thought maybe I could hit him enough and knock the spell out. I'm going to fire 3 times at you, and then another null's going to run in there. I hit you once. For 9. And missed. Now, Malhavoc.
He doesn't get his reaction.
He still doesn't have a reaction. Well, he does because it resets on his turn.
Yeah. Trying to think of thinking about grappling you and dragging you downstairs. Go for it. Grapple. Fuck.
Also.
What'd you get? 5?
My save was 5.
It's plus your athletics.
Aw.
7.
7. He beat you then. So, Brusk.
You can do acrobatics if it's better.
Like Rex is 5. That's 10.
Oh, well then he still beats you. I got an 11 total. Suddenly, Brusk, you see him appear dragging an elf with him.
So this is the
And it's your turn, Brusk.
Don't do anything. Don't save him. Be the hero.
Right, can I get through that corner square even though he's got him?
Well, you're gonna run?
I'm simply asking.
That's the idea.
No, you cannot get around him.
Just don't move. Maybe we'll see.
Alright, it's gonna,
Play it out.
His visual acuity is based on movement.
I'm gonna sit really still for a minute.
You're not gonna attack?
No,
Your
I have
friends?
3 HP.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have 3 next turn.
And you're gonna have 3 every round.
True. I
People
don't
are here to
know.
save your friends.
You gotta fight.
Yeah, I'll go up behind him and I'll.
You gonna try to batter him?
Yeah.
Alright,
With us 'cause we saved your life.
go for it. Make your attack.
So that one's a 19.
You hit.
For 10.
10. Okay.
We killed him. Yay!
Bite.
Bite 20.
Oh no! 2d6 plus what? 3? 12. So Vrust grabs the fang and pulls his head back and bites into the side of his neck, ripping out a large chunk. Black blood just sprays against the side of the wall. It kind of sizzles as it does so. You can see Vrust spitting the flesh out of his mouth. It's disgusting. And it's almost like some sort of enormous creature takes a deep inhale. And it actually hurts your ears. It's so loud. And the fang of Yunogu bursts into a cloud of vermin. Centipedes and flies and cockroaches. Just explodes into into this cloud of creatures. The gnolls outside all let out a shriek. And it's dead. Bowden.
Should we front it?
So remember this. You need
It's always the other way around.
Yeah, wizard
So
tank.
I don't
That
know
makes
that
sense.
he's dead, so I'm gonna keep moving back that cloth tongue.
Well, you did just hear a loud commotion.
Well, commotion can be a lot of things.
And vermin run up.
Alright.
38.
Mitch?
That's close.
Yeah, make my way back down the steps to see what went on.
Alright.
So we're not gonna grab 3 of them before they fail.
Well,
We got
like 30, right?
Yeah, I actually can do 40.
40, so you
So you get to there and you see this cloud of vermin buzzing around and slowly dissipating. What you do notice is that like the flies and all these creatures swirling, they eventually begin to fade into just black wispy mist. But the blood, the spray of blood that showered the wall is actually bubbling. It's almost acidic against the wall. Gordaz?
I'll run back up.
Well, that one's
Yelling,
got guts.
The fang is dead.
Stand in front of me after what I did this round, so I'm gonna try and show his guts to everybody.
Alright.
I go reckless. 24 kill.
The fang is dead.
15 damage.
I'll live the fang.
15.
Ring the bell of the swing.
Oh, that's a crit!
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's why I wanted.
Now you get your extra dice. 29.
I think when Steve tosses it, he just quacked her out of laughter.
Wow. Ah! He set reeling. The sound that roiled up from the basement has already got him in a panic.
Still up?
Mal Havoc.
Take a 4, cure wounds on Frost. Or 3.
You're healed for 3, Drusk.
You just doubled
Dude,
your
that's
hit points.
50.
And then I keep going forward to see what's in the door-esque area.
Another thing.
In here?
Right?
Bigger
Yes.
alarm.
Okay.
For real. That was the big guy.
Yeah. That was his approach.
Which is the new guy. Was his first day.
Yeah.
I'm not even for the big
Maybe
roll.
if you want to go plus 7 in there. I don't know.
Plus 7. Wow. That'd be a pretty nice longbow.
I don't know.
HR's being react to it.
My arrow damage would be amazing.
Yeah.
You see like a shrine back here. Yeah. Tell you what you see there, Mal Havoc. Oh, there's also pillars in here. They're just narrow pillars. They don't really obstruct movement at all.
Oh yeah.
This,
I'll make a light.
this wide chamber is adorned with a oval shrine in the southeast. Feces, blood, and claw marks defile the holy symbols of Morden that cover the walls. Atop an altar at the back of the shrine A weed-woven black basket filled with pierced hearts oozes with blood. Symbols of Yonobu and blood and feces cover the shrine and altar area.
How far is the other opening, I guess? Like,
15 feet away?
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's another opening, I assume. I can't really move, but is there a wall close to it, or like a
Oh,
big
you mean
room?
you want to look into the next chamber over?
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, you only moved, what, 5, 10, 15? You have more movement left, too.
I'll have to do something.
You can move to here. You could even dash if you wanted to, because you didn't make any attacks.
Use connection.
Oh, you cast a spell. This is all destroyed. You can make a wisdom check if you want. 19? This spot above it, it's like all caved in above, corresponds to that spot on top. Kind of give you an idea of, as you came down the stairs, where everything was.
You're like an opening, like any way to crawl up through there to get up through that way?
Well, this old chamber is in ruins. It doesn't look like that the Knolls used this chamber at all. And when you look at the rubble pile there, it actually looks like the Knolls may have moved rubble from the ground to the top, further blocking that little area there. Alright, up next is Antis.
Sacred flame.
That guy. 18.
Alright.
Ha ha.
And I'll just wait there.
Okay.
And then, did Bless just wear off?
Yes, it did. Bless just wore off.
There's no longer inspired slash plus.
Yeah.
So we're back at the top. Snog.
Kill things. Capture things. Your choice.
One to my left. Yeah. Oh, whoops. 18 plus 7, 25. 2, 7.
Alright, he goes down.
Oh, no, the other one. The other direction.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to stabilize him.
Huh? So you're not going to go for the kill, you're just knocking him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need 3.
Well,
But
there's
they can
so
be-
many bodies
they
that there's bound to be a few that stabilized on their own.
Okay.
So I'm just going to rule that you'll be able to pick 3 unconscious bodies up.
Alright.
Hagmar.
I don't know what to do.
You want to zigzag?
Can I see that? That knoll right there?
Barely. What are you going to do?
Firebolt?
It'll be a disadvantage for sure. Still a disadvantage because of that corner. Oh, nice shot. 2d10.
8.
Alright, he drops.
My elbow.
There, I'm done.
Mine.
The Knolls.
You did all the work.
These Knolls hear that sound, and
Sound of a firebolt.
yes, the sound of fireball. They hear the fang take its last gasp and shriek, explode into the cloud of vermin as the death throes, and the remaining pack lords sound a retreat, and gnolls begin pouring out of the fort. Now on this side of the fort, there is a collapsed wall. They're kind of going up over the fort and down the slope. So these guys begin to flee.
Cowards.
Meanwhile, right there, that gnoll,
Well, they gotta make 7 saving throws.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That gnoll, we'll do the archer first. He fails. And the other guy fails.
13. 18.
So they both die. Or go down. And unless you want to pursue the gnolls, we could fall out of initiative.
We're gonna chase them when it comes for a good measure.
Alright, so you chase after him, you throw a hand axe at him here and there. But the gnolls they just rout. They appear to head north. So you guys have saved the lizard folk from certain doom.
Big on that level 5.
Alright.
So that's far everybody dies.
So Malhavoc comes over here and he starts digging. What do the rest of you guys do?
Start searching bodies.
Was there any actual loot in there, or they were just doing poop or something?
Like I said, most gnolls take weapons, armor, things of war. However, when you start searching through the piles of loot, in the discard pile, where they were just kind of throwing stuff to throw away, you managed to find 50 freshwater pearls in a woven sack, each worth 10 gold. The gnolls have longbows, glaives, hand axes, hide armor. Some of them have spears. There's ample arrows everywhere. So they don't carry any money though.
So there's no other treasure that they've taken from others laying around.
Well, like I said, they take weapons, things that could help them in war. Like the pearls happen to be in a bag of clams that they had stolen from the Drathrishk, but they were taking the clams for food. So there's remember along that wall there was piles of food stacked up.
I'm gonna come down here and check this.
Right now, we should go
Yeah.
through the bodies. If we
Yeah,
can
I'm
find
gonna keep going
any
downstairs.
magical item they might have had without knowing.
Can I
And what we do,
cast-
we
I'll
check
join.
on the altar,
I'll join him at the altar.
which I rolled an 8.
Lay up.
All right,
Let me see
so-
if you fit.
The lizard folk are streaming out the rear of the keep. One of the elders. Is everyone going downstairs? Where are you going?
Well, I guess at first I was going through the body
Yeah.
out there, so that's there. I'm gonna be for a little bit.
Frusk, what are you doing?
I was gonna go upstairs.
You're like, I'm out of here. Okay.
Hey,
So
before
Frusk heads
I was
upstairs
gonna, like, check the other ones
to
and
go
make sure
aid
all
their
those
help,
people-
her people. Antis?
I was gonna come back this way and make sure that they were all the lizard folk. were
All
taken.
right, so move your guy back to that hall. So the lizard folk are filing out and you're helping them out. Bowden, what are you doing?
I'm gonna check the altar.
Okay, so you're searching the altar area. Mitch, what are you doing?
I'm with him at the altar, going over it.
Okay. What are you doing? Hagmar?
I'll check out.
Alright.
He's standing in the middle.
Snog?
No room in here. Get on the altar.
Lay down.
I'll do a little religion check on the
He
altar.
looks a little worse for the wear. Lay on it.
see if you get that black mark out there.
12.
Well, you recognized it as a temple or a shrine to Moradin, which is pretty common god among the dwarves. You know, he's the All-Father kind of thing.
You can roll for religion.
but the fang has defiled it with blood and feces to form symbols of Yinogu.
Roll for religion, dead.
If you want to, you're not gonna get much more than that though. You know,
8.
he says you're wrong. This isn't Moradin. This is a temple to Bane.
Temples of Palor.
Sniffing. He's laying on it.
From my deep history of.
All right,
dwarf
make a
I
perception
obviously know
test.
This is the temple to Palor.
Yeah. How do you guess?
What's your passive? 15. Oh, 15. You can hear a faint moaning from behind the rubble.
I scream, hang on, as I keep going.
Okay.
Do I hear it then?
No, you're not in that room. So at the altar, you find 2 leather backpacks, partially spilled. Looks like the fang had just tossed them over there. Coins are scattered around the rear of the altar. You find 1,932 gold coins and 3,290 silver coins.
How many silver?
3,290. But you also find a ring, a simple golden band.
Can I ritual identify on it?
If you want.
Yes, I'll ritual.
So you take 10 minutes to ritually identify it.
Yes.
Hold the ring up. Begin to focus. Your mind begins to wander through the ages as you begin to delve into the ring's secrets. He says, "This is a ring of swimming."
I think I might need it.
It actually gives you a swim speed.
This is a ring of nothing.
I lost this earlier.
Who would like a ring of swimming?
Could have helped you in our advertising.
I'm gonna use some of my holy water and clean off the.
How many?
Okay.
How many attunements?
Even though he's not my
I
god,
have a
I'll,
ring of jumping and a +1
no one
dagger.
should be defiling a dwarf god.
One side left.
I don't know if the ring of swimming needs a tune. I'll check.
What's the two?
You can only attune the 3 items. Items that have to be magic items have to be.
It does not require attunement.
Just a plus
But
one
you're
dagger.
running out of fingers.
Two, like at least 5 rings on each finger.
There's 2 rings at a time.
So who's tracking the gold and
Make
everything?
sure other
I got it written down.
Make sure other 4 fingers fall off.
Who's taking the ring of swimming? Josh.
And apparently,
What's my swim speed?
apparently Hagmar
Good
needs
question.
to take a jump.
Well, if your athletics is -2, I think of
You
ring
will
of swimming.
be swimming back from him.
Like the little old days, they put the hair up in their mouth and they like
Really
run out
have to
and
run.
water never even gets near their face.
I am 5'8", 154 pounds.
You have a swim speed of 40. Wow, that's a quick speed. Yeah, put a stirrup in his mouth.
We just tie him up in
Stand on
front
it,
of the
like
canoe.
surfboard.
Temple or canoe.
Yeah, you're not allowed back in the boats now.
You are our portal.
One of the elders comes downstairs. Are you guys gonna stay? What do you do? It's been like 20 minutes has passed. You've searched over there. You found the pearls.
I'll go downstairs.
Okay. What about Antis?
Yeah, if these guys seem fine, I'm gonna head downstairs.
Are you gonna stay upstairs?
I'll go downstairs too.
Okay.
Antis to me.
I'll go
Don't
ahead.
even show
Digging
up.
over there?
Who's hurt?
Everybody.
I'll start digging with him too.
Okay.
Hagmar's injured.
There's somebody in here.
I'm injured.
Somebody's trapped. One of the.
Come on, I need it.
I'm gonna help them too with my knowledge of stone cutting and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're
Move
not
that. Yeah. Move that over
They're
there.
not gonna collapse the entire thing down on us.
That's good. Make your roll. Start from the bottom.
That makes complete sense.
What knowledge? do I get?
But it definitely looks like the gnolls have piled extra debris up here.
The guys in the altar room. You guys need healing.
I do.
I do.
Alright,
I
so
think
I'm
we all
going to
do.
cast
down
Cure
9.
Wounds at a level 2 or 11. Agmar?
Okay. Ooh,
Ooh, that's 12 plus.
charisma bonus.
So, 16. And I'm going to. And you said you did 2?
20?
I'm going to give it a second level. You do. And look at that. Another exact same roll. So 18. Or 16, I mean.
Are people still hurt after that?
I'm down 10.
I'm
I'm
down
down
11.
12, but
I'm down to 8.
2 11. Or
I'm
13.
down 11.
I'll give you a thing at the first level. For 9.
Takes me down to
So the lizard folk elder walks in, and he thanks you all for your bravery for helping his people. I am Aegis, and if there's anything I can do to repay this feat of courage, I will see it done. We Drathrishk, we know the swamp well. Though there are some areas that even we do not go. But all you need to do is ask, and we can try to help you.
do you know of any hags in the area?
Oh, well, an old witch. She lives near the dock dwellers.
Interesting.
He describes an area not far from Quag Cove, right here on your map. I'm gonna pass that around.
Ever heard of something called the Tree of Decay?
I've never heard of such a thing, but there are places in this swamp that even we don't venture. There are places further east that a great black serpent which flies and attacks us from the sky if we go too far east.
It's a black one?
It is.
Unless it's corrupted.
Our shamans have told us that this beast has sworn allegiance to a dark power here in the Blightmoor, though we do not know where its lair be.
And we make a quick sketch of a dragon. Looking like
Yes.
Which is
It
black.
describes its horns wrapping around the front of its head. Scales are a jet black, and everywhere the beast goes, the swamp fouls.
What did I see in dreams?
Maybe nature determine what he's. Knowledge of what he's describing.
Arcana.
Arcana.
But he does give you the location of Old Meg's hut. Though he doesn't know the witch, they tend to avoid those people. That's who what the dock dwellers refer to her as Old Meg. So Aegis tells you that you may find he and his people at Drathrishk if you should need any help. Until then, he's going to go help his people return home. And he takes his leave. Huh? I don't know. Does Vrust go with him?
Yeah.
Do you, Vrust? Vrust, do you feel indebted to these people? You don't feel indebted? No.
That was stupid.
Well, we still have to go back and free the other.
We still got to collect
Lizard
3
person
more.
at the- in the
There's
lighting.
lizard folk that are imprisoned at Quag Cove in the dock area there. And,
Did we find 3 to stabilize?
yeah, that's true.
And Rust as well.
No, Vrust's wife is at Drathrishk.
Oh,
She
she
stayed
came
in
back.
Drathrishk. She came with you guys.
So did dig out what you were saying?
Well, you guys are moving the rubble, and more you can continue to hear the sound of moaning, until you finally open up a small gap, like enough that you could reach your arm through. You could feel a very cold air coming
I'm
from
gonna
in there.
Cast light on the end of a 10-foot pole and stick it through.
Alright. You can hear a voice, a weak voice, muttering in dwarf. What have I done?
What do you mean?
And then you hear it shriek back at you. They're all dead!
Maybe I start to pick up a rock and put it back over the wall.
You might ask who's dead.
Who's dead?
And now you begin to hear a sobbing, a crying, in a deep guttural voice, dwarven.
What did you do?
Silence. You want to continue digging, or are you going to stop?
You dwarves are good at digging. Shouldn't take too much for
Anybody good at persuasion? That speaks dwarf?
So you're going to just leave this little opening there? Keep taunting him from there?
We'll just keep digging.
I'm great at persuasion, but I don't speak dwarf, so you could, like, we could Cyrano and you could do
We'll just keep digging.
Does he speak?
Can you see what's in there?
Just see a hallway, or do I see anybody on the other side of the hallway?
Oh, this is what you see.
It's the dragon.
Because of the angle, you can't really see very well, but it looks like there's someone slumped against the wall over there. Within the chamber, you can see a stout wooden bed, a footlocker, as well as armor and weapon racks. Thick layers of dust cover everything in the room.
Armor. I'm digging.
Alright, you
We'll
dig
keep
it.
Digging.
Alright, so where are you at here?
Yeah, we'll keep digging.
So what are you doing, Gordon? Are you still
I'll
coordinating?
go help him. No, when I have the dwarven speech now,
You hear dwarven speech and you what?
I'll go help him.
You gonna go help? Alright. So it takes you a few minutes, but you clear the rubble away enough that you can start climbing into the room and down.
Alright, I'll file in.
I'll go in and see what's in there.
Anyone else going in? Who else?
I'll keep moving the stones just so
I'll
Okay.
continue doing.
In?
It's the original Vicar, yeah.
Okay.
Give up halfway through, but screw it. Everybody's here
So
now.
the dwarves, you guys come up to that point, slumped against the south wall of the chamber, the skeletal remains of a thick-bearded dwarf, still clutching a mace in his right hand, and it leans slightly to the left, right basically where Gordaz is standing. His hand seems to be reaching out for something. Make a perception test.
All of us?
Well, just the dwarves that are up there.
Good.
It's skeletal. Do you mean like an actual skeleton?
Yes.
Like, that's the thing that's talking?
It's dead.
It's a ghost.
Oh.
Dwarven ghost.
Oh.
We should, the three of us out here start putting the rock back. Well,
And then suddenly you hear a shriek, "No, you won't take them!" And this ghost appears here.
I got a 13.
Well, we'll
on
roll
perception.
initiative. What did you get on your perception for dwarves?
13.
Damn.
Alright, Gordaz, what'd you get? 9. One better than last time. Snog?
8.
Hagmar?
7.
Alright.
Somebody
Antis?
6? Somebody?
6.
Yeah!
We got a 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. Now, how did you get a 5?
23.
In a row,
He
even.
beats all of us together or something.
Bowden?
I did get a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
We got a 5. Mitch?
27.
27. Rusk?
4.
Hey, we got a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Almost. Close.
Alright.
Crazy roll though.
That's before the roll.
Anybody got some food? Maybe a Slimer.
So the ghost of this dwarf comes out. There's just black vapor in his eyes, 2 burning pupils. And up first is Malhavoc.
Do I know if an arrow would hurt it?
Make a religion check.
8.
You don't know what it's a supernatural being, that's for sure.
I knock an arrow.
Okay.
In my whole action until it appears to attack everybody.
Mitch?
I will already in action up in digging area where I was helping out. If it starts to come this way, I'll try to stop it.
Here?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. The ghostly figure shrieks, "You shall not have them!" And it attacks Snog. Oh, did you ready an attack? Go ahead and make your attack then. I rolled a natural 20.
Beard's gonna get longer.
17.
You hit.
Damage.
This is your magic bow.
Shoot again. 9, 12.
Missed. Alright. Holy crap. Snog, the creature, grabs Snog, and Snog begins to shriek. His skin turns white. Make a Constitution saving throw.
13.
And you fail your con save.
You're becoming an elder dwarf.
And then the reverse. You take 35 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down.
Good thing. And your maximum hit points, what's your maximum hit points?
43.
Alright, well, it's also reduced by 35.
For how long?
Until you get a lesser restoration.
It's not wild damage.
But 8 hit point is easy to keep track of.
It is, 8 hit points is very easy to keep track of.
Great.
I don't know. So the wraith of this long dead dwarf comes out, attacks Snog, draining his life from him. Gordaz, how do you react?
Well, these old dwarves keep licking the floor. I'm gonna take this vile beast out of here. Doesn't belong in this dwarven place.
Okay.
Correct, yes. With that two-handed with the sword.
Oh,
11.
11 misses. Try it again.
16.
16 hits. 10 points of damage. Alright. So up next is Snog. Make a death save. Oh, that's a good one. Alright. Next up is Hagmar.
I'm gonna try knowledge religion in this.
Alright. That is a wraith. If the wraith attacks Snog one more time, he will turn him into a specter who will turn on you.
I'll say that.
Okay, what do? You got any spells left?
I have one first level spell left.
Alright. You're going to use it?
Well, I know, would it be affected by Tasha's hideous laughter?
Probably not.
Thunder. So magic missile
3d4. Some guaranteed damage.
attack for 3d4.
They're each +1 as well. Uh-oh, nice.
4, 9, 13.
Alright. Antis.
So, does Lesser Restoration heal necrotic damage?
It doesn't heal it, it just allows you to begin healing it.
Okay.
Or he has to sleep it all off.
Okay, so I'll move over to Snog, but kind of.
You'll have to climb up. You have to climb through the
Okay.
boulders. So that would cost you 10, 20. To get to there, it'd be 30 feet of your movement. He's still 5 feet away. Now he still has 8 hit points with which he can be healed. So if you like healing word him,
Okay.
you can still get him up to as much as 8.
Okay, I'll do.
Will that reset the race attack though if he gets back up?
What do you mean resets it?
Well, you said if he gets hit one more time, he becomes a specter. Will that-
Right, he could hit him while he's down though. What he has to do is he has to use necrotic damage to reduce his maximum hit points to 0.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do healing word on Snog to bring him back up to 8.
Alright, roll your d4.
That's his minimum anyway.
I mean, it's
7's his minimum.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 4 plus 2 plus 1 for the spell level. So that's 7. Plus whatever I roll.
Goes from one on the D4 would be 8.
Yeah.
You're conscious again, but your body is freezing. You're absolutely chilled to the bone. Your skin is all chalky white, and you got your hair is kind of frazzled and kinked. Not that your dwarven hair is already. So next up we have Bowden.
Okay, I'm going to cast Divine Favor,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use that to attack the wraith
Okay.
with a 3 and 13 and 20. Okay,
So you want to advance on the.
yes, I do. Sorry. Second one was a 20. I'm hoping the second one hits.
Yes.
And I'm going to use Divine Smite also. $23.
23. Ow. Frusk.
I can't get in there now, can I?
Well, you can get in there this round.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go.
So Frusk cut. You see this
Can I still throw a
otherworldly,
javelin?
no, because it costs you had to dash to get to there. See this otherworldly creature hovering above the floor, wisps of black radiating from it. And we're back at the top, Malhavoc.
Can I see the skeleton? No,
The skeleton is here on the floor.
that's actually laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Can I see it though?
Yeah, sorta, yeah.
Can I see it still reaching for something? What's it reaching for?
It's reaching for something underneath Gordaz. It's like it's kind of slumped over and reaching out. There's a lot of dust on the floor, thick layers of dust that cover everything.
I'll make my way over there and if I got to, I know Gordaz got his way. Start searching the floor.
Okay. So you're gonna have to go up and over the rubble if you don't want to provoke. Which is gonna have to mean you have to dash to get
Okay.
there.
Well, then I just pick from the fall to the ground and start just looking.
Okay. Mitch,
I think I need these ways there.
which one? This one? Oh. All right. I'm attacking you now.
Roll one through the bottom.
Here we go. 14. So the wraith misses you, and he says, "Leave this place." And we fall down to Gordaz.
I'm gonna move in like I would have done in the previous time. Swing around like this. I'm gonna reach too. Well, you can go first. 19,
You hit
17
17. All right, the wraith shrieks in the black mist that form its body, begins to swirl around you, and then just all falls to the ground, leaving just kind of a thin mist on the ground that just dissipates away. And then the wraith is dead.
Keep searching for that item.
Yeah, I'm on the floor. I might as well just look around.
Okay.
Let's roll.
You kind of sift through the dust, and you pull out a necklace that has beads attached to it.
I lay it in his hand.
Okay. Nothing really happens, it just lays there. In his other hand, under the dust, he's got a mace that seems to be in pristine condition. On the dwarves right away notice the weapon racks. There is a suit of finely crafted plate armor that has withstood the test of time. However, all of the leather strappings to the armor have rotted away. This ancient dwarven plate armor could be repaired and put into use.
Of course, it's scorched that sword. Everybody else in the breastplate comes down like this.
There's also
Maybe
a
Snap could use it.
there's also
Prevent
a
them from
pair
hitting the
of
floor every time we encounter something.
Probably would help.
there's also a pair of dwarven battle axes, still in excellent condition, on the weapon rack. They need no repair to use, though they're not magic. Their age and craftsmanship of these items would certainly fetch a hefty price from a dwarven collector.
Go down to dwarves like a coat.
Alright. So what about the necklace and mace? Are they magical at all?
That's the wizard.
Wizard, do your thing.
I have identify.
You want to reach back through the ages,
Yes.
pull out the hidden magics that dwell within these items. The mace is a +1 mace. Who would like a +1 mace?
I would like a +1. Are you?
I mean, I've got a normal mace right now.
Well, I don't have. Yeah, you could have +1 to it.
Little punch off.
The necklace is a necklace of prayer beads with 3 beads. It has a blessing bead and 2 curing beads on it.
That'll probably get on that dark.
So what the necklace allows you to do, that's the wrong book. That mace does not require attunement.
Okay. And is it +1 to attack damage?
Yep.
Or attack bonus?
And damage.
Yep.
The mace went to Antis, right?
So
Okay.
the necklace does require attunement. It allows you to cast the following spells once per day from the necklace, and then it regains its ability to cast at dawn. So the blessing bead obviously allows you to cast bless. The curing beads. There's 2 of these beads. One of them, well, they both can be used to do the same thing. A curing bead has 2 powers. It can be used to cast a 2nd level cure wounds, or a lesser restoration. And there's 2 of those beads. Well, it's an action. Yeah.
And it resets at dawn, not with the rest. So that's kind of a nice feature.
And each bead can be used once per day?
Yes.
Yeah, I need that lesser restoration.
Yeah. I'll do
Oh.
lesser restoration.
Well, I can do
Plate.
it for you.
Are you interested in the plate?
No,
Okay. I would like the
it's
plate.
nasty.
I can do the lesser restoration for you, but you're gonna have to wait
Plate
until
mail.
morning.
With the leather straps and
Oh, that's
So
what-
that's if he's a
But he's got a
purpose,
necklace.
He's gonna get them back.
The what?
And then
He's
it
got a
resets
necklace.
in the
Yeah, the
morning.
necklace can be, you just need an hour to attune to it, and then you can use the beads.
I mean, I've still
I think
got,
you need greater
Oh, you have
for
slots.
each
See,
bead.
I'm just out of spell slots.
Huh?
I think you need
yeah, I've still
greater
got slots for the
reduced
plus
damage.
restoration. So
Is it a greater to reduce?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, well, you might need to get back to Clag Cove then, regardless.
Okay.
Unless it resets
look.
after a long rest. We spend the night there because we're all pretty much spelled, so we could.
Who's taking the necklace?
Yeah,
Uh,
find
one
some
of
of
us.
these spells.
I mean, if it benefits from my
You're more of the
healing
healer than I am.
Yeah.
So you'll get the mace and the necklace.
Okay.
Ooh, coming out like a bandit. You guys want him to take that plate armor? It just needs some repair work. Just the
It's
leather
dwarven.
strapping needs.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
battle
there's
axes?
a battle. There's
2
blacksmith.
battle axes too that are fine make.
but they're not magical.
They're not magical.
I figured we just sell those.
Some give them to the
Yeah. Oh, the lizard folk left already.
Oh, they're right there. Oh, that's right. The dead dwarves.
The dead turtles.
Maybe if Russ would want the battle axe instead of a stone crab,
What is the damage
1d8.
D8 or
on that? This is
D10.
iron.
Although I think a battle axe is versatile, right?
It's D8,
Yeah.
D10.
That's why hers is D10 because she's using it two-handed. So it's the same damage.
Okay.
Or you can have one of each, depending on what fight.
All right.
When you find some black slimes, you don't want to slice them.
So what do you guys think of this encounter?
It's fine, you gotta be strategic about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the
That's the whole idea behind it, is that I think that even a smaller party could hold their own here. Of course, there would be in the mod there are more lizard folk allies you can bring with you for a smaller party.
The smaller could go down the stairs
Well,
and
you know-
really bottleneck them down there one at a time.
Right.
We had 2 tanks in that corner here, and we were holding off pretty dang well. I don't know if they would have been, a bigger swarm would have come through, but and I don't think we could have withstood all 60 or whatever it was out there. But
With Bounded, the curious who murdered us and like to run.
So what are we gonna do next?
Probably rest,
Spend
right?
the night there.
Yeah.
Down there is a nice
Need
place
some
because
rest.
it's very easily defensible
Yeah.
if they come back.
and you
Huh?
you restored the altar, right? With holy water.
Yes.
Cleaned it.
Clean it up with holy water.
All right.
Bury the skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the skeleton out and bury it.
Yes, he was tortured. He was the former commander of this fort when it was attacked, and out of cowardice, he hid down here while his men were slaughtered above. Until finally a catapult hit the fort here, collapsing that and trapping him in his chamber. And of course, then he eventually succumbed to undeath and became a wraith in his rage over what he had done.
That was a Eldor fort, right?
Maybe.
It's on a hill, it would make sense.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm not meaning anything by
Where
that.
the Knowles, if we grab them and take them down with us, we jail them up somewhere. And if we're resting and sleeping in this room.
I would rather have them with us than.
Tie them all up.
I am and muzzle
I'm pretty
them,
sure
so
there's
they
a
don't
bunch
bite
of
us.
rope in this area.
Oh, there's plenty of rope to be had. Plenty of rope. So, Matt has like 20 minutes left. With the Knolls routed, you guys are able to rest here overnight if you wish, without any kind of issue. So you guys can take a long rest.
Did you attune to that thing and do my lesser restoration? So do I heal back to?
So yeah, you're able to overnight. You're able to heal back to full. Overnight, while you're resting. Well, let's go ahead and do our watches. So who would have taken first watch?
I'll take first.
All right. Roll a four-sider for me. Okay, so your watch goes by uneventfully. You double check the binds on all of the Knoll prisoners that you've taken. Who's on second watch?
I'll take
Okay. So, Antis. As everyone sleeps, you kind of pace around. You know, you're a holy man, so this ancient shrine to Moradin interests you. Taking a look at it. And you turn around and you realize that Hagmar is just standing there staring at you. His face is as white as a sheet.
I warned you.
It was not me.
I guess I'll try and shake him, see if he's
Anyways.
because he's awake, right?
His eyes are real big. His whole body's shaking. Sweat is pouring down his body.
He's getting screaming this time.
Yeah, I mean,
More mindful of this.
so he's been in a
Yeah.
trance before, so I'm gonna try to shake him out, I guess.
Okay. And
Kinda,
he stares directly
Multiply
at you.
that
And it's
go
almost
still
as
in
if
the night sometimes.
you've seen the elves' eyes in the past, and they've never been like this. They just glossed over, and almost like he's staring at the wall, staring directly through you. And you continue to shake him, and he's just still staring at you, and his head is getting closer and closer to you.
Who has the seat?
Who's carrying the seed of blight?
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
His head is, You notice his head is twisting and twisty, and then you begin to hear it crack. It's just,
I'm gonna hold his head and try to prevent him from.
and he begins to laugh, although it doesn't sound like his voice.
I'm gonna ask who's there.
And the laughter continues.
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
So you back away from him.
Yeah.
He walks with you.
Sleep slow.
Let's see.
Start with if you can sleep, what I hear you doing your stuff.
Can I do like I don't know, religion check if it's Yenadu or
You can do an Arcana check.
Arcana? Oh, 4.
I could roll for Arcana.
This wizard is a weirdo, man.
Yeah.
It's just Agmar, we know.
Thanks.
And he's suddenly his hands are like straight at his side, and they're contorting, almost like he's double jointed, and all of his hands are hyperextending, and his elbows are kind of hyperextending as he begins to arch backward.
Old priest and a young priest.
I guess I'll wake up Snog, and since he's another cleric.
Okay, Snog.
What's up?
Hagmar's acting weird again. He's
And you can see when you come in the room, you can see Hagmar's arched. His body is bent almost backwards, but he's still on his 2 feet, and his hands and elbows are kind of hyperextended, and he's twisted, and he's cackling in kind of a bizarre voice that you've never heard before.
Show yourself, foul beast.
The ring of possession.
As he
The
answers.
ring is swimming. Suddenly, the body lurches up straight and looks directly at you.
You watched The Exorcist before you wrote this thing?
No, I haven't watched The Exorcist in a long time. Not since we watched it together.
Yeah.
Where are you? Show yourself. Stop playing with this fool.
With this fool. Stop playing with he's our fool.
Stop playing with a fool with a 19 intelligence.
What, like a 6 wisdom?
Actually, 15 wisdom.
Oh, you're pretty wise. So, as soon as you say that, Hagmar just kind of collapses in a heap. Josh, roll a 20-sider for me.
Yeah, she's gone.
11. Above average.
Which room are we in?
You're in the shrine room.
Drag him into that back room,
Okay.
just in case.
All right. Who's on the
And-
third? Are you going to do anything else to him?
No, I'm going back to bed.
Okay. What about you? You want to do anything to him?
Which room is he in now?
Dragged him back here.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna do it.
All right. So as you're dragging him, you notice that witch's mark that's on his back is like just hot to the touch.
Dabble some holy water on him.
Kind of bubbles and hisses. So you dabble the water on it.
As we plan
What
When it comes to the defect.
Yeah, one who can actually use
Call the manufacturer. This wizard has defects.
Alright.
like a refund, please.
Oh, the reset button for pricing.
For some reason it played with something I wasn't supposed to.
All right, so
I'll just move out, back out. And go
like,
back
I don't
to
want
sleep.
any part of this. Are you done then?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's on the next watch? Foresighter, yeah.
I'm at 3.
Okay. And the last one? The next morning comes around and Hagbar is up early, and he feels right as rain.
My finger feels weird.
A little sore. But he has no memory of what happened the night before. He doesn't even have memory of what he dreamt about that night.
Alright, fellas. He was awake last night, and I think the witch was there, watching us through him. Maybe we should bag him at night.
Spending time up at night for
Close second his head,
Yeah.
like his ears.
Maybe if she's scrying through him when she's got control, we should probably blindfold him and tie him up at night.
Could do that.
Change she's right through.
Yeah, she could do it through the cauldron. So I'm
If you
assuming she
describe
could
it to
probably
me,
do
could I
it through whatever
acknowledge
she's
it?
got now.
If you describe, could I acknowledge it?
You can give it a shot.
Would the druid at the back of the village know?
9.
Maybe. You need to ask him.
Ask him.
We're not using you anymore.
You guys ready to start heading back to the Quag Cove?
Where's the
Yeah,
cage
yeah.
dead?
Alright, so you guys were going to take the west path, which means you're not going to hit a lot of the swamp until you actually reach Quag
Go
Cove.
back in the bag.
So you're looking at a full day's march.
I mean, I think the lizard folk are going to deliver our canoes to us there.
Yeah, and you're going to haul your Knoll prisoners along with.
Yes.
They're about as unruly as they could be. You know, you got them on their leashes and they're tugging and snarling, and of course you gagged them and tied them up, which is really why it's a full day's march. They're not cooperative at all. But someone give me a d20 check. Anybody?
15.
Which one do you want, the 19 or 15?
On wandering monsters is usually the lower the better.
If there's a 19 then.
You want the 19?
Yeah.
give me that spirit.
I think he was saying
70 holders.
And the black.
it's gonna be hard to figure out.
And the dragon shark.
The queen mother of all
Well,
demons.
With only 10 minutes left, we'll take the 15. And we'll push on into Quag Cove. Of course, once you leave the highlands, the windy highlands, down into the swamp again, of course you descend into the fog-choked land. It's extremely hot. You're almost immediately beset by insects and swirling gnats and all these manner of biting creatures. And I need your last roll of the day to be saved for disease.
What kind of soup?
So first, roll me a d20.
Will be Constitution.
Okay,
What
roll
do
now saving throw.
What would I have?
What are your immune disease? Dwarf. Which one was it? One. All right, that's the type of disease you're rolling against. Go ahead.
I want to go see Gromley.
Second one is counseling.
Yes,
13.
you made it. We don't need to do it for him.
I rolled a 17 first.
Okay.
15.
You made it. Josh, roll a d20.
16.
Well, it's the 14, right? That's because we're first rolling to what type you're rolling against.
16.
You rolled a 16 or a 14?
16.
Oh. All right, roll again.
20.
Oh, you made your save. Byron,
9.
9. Okay. Val Havoc.
1,
Okay, roll your save.
6.
Ooh, Val Havoc's running a fever.
That's up in the other boat.
And
swim back.
lastly, well, all right, now your save.
What is it?
Con save. Natural
22.
20. So Val Havoc's the only one that's beset with fever.
Do you want to let the rest straight?
I can use one of them, or do you want me to do it? I can. I can use one of the necklace.
I want to go
charges.
see Gromley about getting the armor fitted.
Ah.
fixed.
So he's going to use one of his necklace charges.
So you come into town, Hydra head in tow, and Sabina meets you at as you guys come across the bridge, and with her are a bunch of her little friends, and they begin showering you with questions about what was it like to fight a Hydra? How big was it? Did anyone get hurt? Tell us about the fight. With her, there is Little Flea, the little half-orc girl, no more than 6 or 7 years old. Also with her is Nicu, the little halfling child, who's only like a foot tall.
Is that a female too?
Nicu, no.
Is it Mickey Nugget?
Nicu is Nugget, yes. Also with her is a 7-year-old half-elf girl. Her clothes are in shambles, but she's got a bright smile on her face, and she keeps asking you questions. She gets up, she kind of gets close to Mal Havoc and takes him by the hand. There's another girl, another human girl. She looks like she might be 12 years old. And she's got a stick that's kind of woven together with some reed to kind of look like a sword. And as you tell the story, she's kind of swinging it around. Very determined look on her face.
Are those kids kids we've seen before?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. They're all part of Sabina's gang, though, the Skelpies. And lastly, there are a pair of identical twins, Callie and Leander. They both dress identically. And though one's a boy and one's a girl, their hair is kind of shaggy, and they're 10 years old, so they're such a young age that since their clothes are alike and their hair is long, it tends to cover their face. It's difficult to tell the two apart. But very strangely is whenever one of them speaks, the other one speaks, and they always use the exact same words. So whenever they both speak simultaneously.
I'm gonna
And-
approach Sabina apart from
Okay.
about all these kids being here for a long time.
Yeah, we all grew up here.
Any newcomer that you've never seen before?
No, we've all grown up here.
Just making sure.
7 Up.
Yeah, but this hag's been in the area for a long time,
Huh?
so they could have been here forever.
Do anyone want a drink while Josh is up?
I asked the girl in the group that I knew, kids, what's their favorite thing to do in this town?
Well, the little girl holding your hand, she says, I love the color. And Sabina always brings me the best colors.
Where's she getting them from?
Oh, well, Sabina says, well, you know those gnomes, they have some pretty neat stuff.
The Thinkers?
Yeah. They
You're buying it from them?
Yes, I buy it from them, of course.
Of course.
But don't tell them,
Don't tell them that you're buying stuff from them.
that's right.
I see.
What's your guys' favorite place to eat out here? Where have you
Oh.
always wanted to go?
We love to go down to the fisherman's wharf. The nice lady there gives us free food.
Let's go there. See what you guys think you want.
All right. So that is area 16 on your maps. The Fisherman's Wharf and Market.
Forgot about how we
Oh, that's down on the dock.
Yeah.
They're feeding the kids.
Tamas Radil and his wife Melina.
Yeah, that's where we want the crab cakes.
Yes.
Well, everybody gets 357 gold, 6 silver from.
crab cake fix.
How much gold?
357, 6 silver.
Just like with the stripers or whatever.
I'm gonna quick do XP. We'll stop at the Fisherman's Wharf because I know Matt's gotta go in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta head out too.
There's quite a bit of XP today.
Yeah, we routed them, that counts as defeat, right?
I'm giving you XP.
The XP we would have gotten from that 19 we skipped. We let it live for a while.
So what we'll leave off with is Sabina asking to talk to you guys in private about something.
That thing of the nose has got to be worth the 19.
And we saved all
Timmy got it.
the lizard people sets plus 100 XP.
We already got for each.
The life is a precious thing. That's what we'll do.
And you guys were able to free the lizard folk.
Extra thousand for Christmas?
I don't think you guys are gonna need it. Jeez.
Holy cow.
What is that big black thing back there
What big black thing?
on top?
Oh, that's Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah, let's avoid him. They're gonna attack the purple worm.
Cthulhu.
Oh, bull of them.
Oh, the mother of all.
The demon. The demon.
So everyone gets 1,150 XP. That's pretty good. So Sabina will want to speak to you guys in private about something that's troubling her.
She's the hag.
That didn't include the 100 from earlier.
That could be troubling for her.
So, should we just have Alex make a character, or should we just have her run Vrusk?
I mean, I probably won't make it every Saturday. So
Right.
I think it'd be okay. You want to run it rough?
I think
It's-
Rust probably was going to run off anyway.
He's gonna rejoin his wife if he can, but if you guys
We're
need
about
help,
to release his family and friends.
Yeah, from the.
I can make Vrusk an actual character, unless you would rather play something else when you can make it.
I'll randomly
With a
pick
class.
one. With a class. Yeah, besides his 3 skills that he has. That's all he's got.
Needs a
I'll
lizard
make
folk,
one,
folk,
and I'll
okay.
just keep it in mind.
Plus, whenever one of you guys are gonna miss, she's gonna help control characters and stuff.
So do you want us to make copies of our character sheets?
Say what?
You want us to make copies of our character sheets?
Well, if you know you're gonna miss in advance, we can make arrangements. You know. So,
No next week, but the week after.
yeah, we're not gonna meet next week for the Christmas. My family does Christmas the whole weekend. So,
Go with the 30th next time.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
That's it for 2 days. Just playing the
So
Dragons.
I've been thinking about what would happen if someone just tried to charge into the front of that keep, and I think they would be just overrun. It would be
If
unbelievably.
it's in the open, you can't bottom anything.
I don't know if
Right.
that spirit guardian.
If they hit you though, you got to make those con saves.
My I lose stuff pretty quick.
But that stealth though.
And every one of them is a longbow. You really have to stealth in. You really do. And that's a lot of knolls. A lot of knolls.
Just snipe them out though. Potentially.
Unless you have a lot of casters
gonna
that
kick
can
this
do
door
AoE or something.
Yeah.
Fireballs ready action.
Even them.
Yeah, another fireball.
Might take more than one fireball to take the pack out.
I have all
Well,
my
the
soul
pack
back.
lords are not going to be taken out by a single
Oh yeah,
fireball.
when we slept that
Or
day.
even a
Even the regular gnolls, if they remember, say
We get
the
that
fireball is about 28 damage on average.
yeah.
Save for 14, so
Did you use a hit die?
Wasn't I gone for this rest?
You don't use hit dice when you rest. You just heal up when you do a long rest.
Did we get the long rest?
He did get the long rest this time because he made his saving throw. That's why he had no memory of anything, because he unwavered by the.
My back feels sore.
Yes, you feel awkward and. So, the next leg of this journey is going to keep you guys. Well, maybe not. I mean, I guess it depends on what you guys call, but there's going to be a number of things that are going to happen in Quag Cove that are going to require your attention, hopefully. But yeah, so what do you guys want to do with that Hydra head?
And sell it to one of the barkeeps.
Yeah. What was the dive bar? Muck spout?
The muck spout?
So they can hang it over the bar.
Yeah.
Or the other one. Whoever.
Oh, the other.
the other one looks too fancy. So the Hydra.
You might want it in his trophy room.
We were going to show it to somebody, that lady. She was like, look at that place out. And then we were going to like, alright. And then sell it.
Well, yeah, the herbalist is back in business now, so you'll definitely want to hit her up for reagents and stuff, so you don't have to use up your spells getting rid of all these diseases you guys are constantly. Of course, we got to remember that he also has begun running a fever.
I used
All right, good deal.
I found herbs, so I can sell them for it. So that's fine.
So hopefully we're entering the phase of this quest, of this campaign, if you will, that I really think is going to be the most fun. So
It's been pretty fun so far.
there's going to be there are going to be moments where I might have to pull some of you guys aside. There's going to be a lot of rolls in secret.
You sell those DM note sticky notes.
I only have one pack left, and there's only like 6 left.
Where do you get those?
Anne bought them for me. She had them made.
Gonna make a road. Gonna make a road.
I don't know, I've been
Two
over
sticky
here thinking
notes.
about it.
Matt, enjoy your party.
I'm just gonna clone your character
I'm gonna
Hey,
take
we
off
are
some
kind
of
of
the road
roguelike.
Again.
Yeah, you don't have a robe.
I'm gonna go do Santa Claus.
You've been
All
playing
right.
Rocky Road, haven't
Have fun.
really. Well, I did.
Oh, are we playing tomorrow?
I really
Yeah.
liked being a druid, but
So on the 30th?
I like it.
30th.
Alright.
Back at it.
Alright, thanks for all.
we? We've got
Have a Merry Christmas,
Keep
everybody.
Yeah, Merry
you
Christmas.
too.
and a paladin, so we've got religion covered. We only got one magic user.
One magic user, no druid, no rogue, no
Just random.
No,
Completely
bard.
randomized.
Felix doesn't want you to leave.
I know.
What level's Johnny Soul?
Johnny Soul's like 8th level now.
Oh, I didn't know if he would be level 5.
No.
Little witch.
You still play Johnny Soul Dead?
He fills in when we're low on characters.
Yeah, if Johnny
Did you drop something?
So yeah,
No, the dog's ball is right there.
Oh.
There's like 30 of them already.
Wait,
I
can
know,
Johnny
no,
Soul use
it
that
has to
dragon
be
mask outside of
Yeah.
that campaign?
Yeah. Yep, he can. He got one of the black dragon mask from the Rise of Tiamat campaign.